gonna be cool.
The topics and opinions expressed on the Dudes and Beer podcast are intended for an audience of 18 and up and are solely those of the host and guests. They neither reflect the opinions or values of either the sponsors of Dudes and Beer or your mother. I mean, seriously. Have you ever heard these guys? They'll talk about anything.
Whoa, hey, you think they're gonna show it? They'll probably just blur it out. Whoa, check it out, Beavis.
Grab your beverages and turn up your interweb. Solving the world's problems 12 ounces at a time. It's Dudes and Beer. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 85 of Dudes and Beer, coming to you live from the Jordan Homestead here in Austin, Texas. Tonight we have some very, very special friends and guests in. It's been a while since we had both of them on. I think election night might have been the last night. Ooh, wow, what a night. That was...
I still got PTSD.
Ooh, what a night. Yeah, yeah.
Days.
Yeah, let's all take a crazy pill, and then we'll get into some fun stuff. But we have with us tonight Confucius Jones and Aaron Fresh Knight of the brand new show on KUTX 989 here in Austin called The Breaks, where they are doing local music, all kinds of fun stuff. And whenever we get back from this commercial break, we are going to actually talk with them, talk about the generation of the show, how it came about. It's an incredible process to do all of that. So whenever we get back from this message from our sponsor, we will get right into that.
Hey, he don't even have his license, Lisa.
Crazy drunk driver.
Hey everybody, Chris Jordan, host of the Dudes and Beer podcast here. Has this ever happened to you? Tired of looking in your rearview mirror after a couple of drinks with friends or worrying about no-refusal weekends and DUI stops? Are you planning a night on the town and want an easy, safe way to get around while still having fun? Well, Fare is the ride service for you. Simply download the easy-to-use and free Fare app from the Google Play Store or iTunes Marketplace and use promo code DUDES10 every time you ride with Fare to save 10% off your ride. Have a Fare driver you liked riding with? You can not only give them a review and tip, but you can add them to your preferred drivers list on your Fare app and request them every time you ride with Fare. You can schedule rides with Fare to pick you up immediately or as far as 30 minutes to 7 days in advance, eliminating the need for last-minute calls and allowing you to pre-schedule pickups in locations other than your home city. Perfect for those traveling for business or for fun. So don't forget to stop on by and download that free Fare app and use the coupon code DUDES10 every time you ride with Fare to get 10% off your ride. That's right, don't forget the coupon code is DUDES10. So be like Dudes and Beer, everybody. Party safe, use Fare, and drink responsibly.
Here. Okay.
And we are back. Well, guys, welcome so much. Last time y'all were here, like we said, we had a crazy night that went into the wee hours of the morning. And, well, now we're all better people, I hope. We've all healed a little bit from those gaping wounds of what the fuck. Hopefully. So, how's things been going, man? I mean, you guys have like 3 podcasts rolling. Y'all are kind of like me, where we're part of the Revolution Digital group as well. But
all part of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, exactly. Brothers from another mother, all of us. But in addition to that, y'all are just starting. This Saturday will be the first official episode of y'all's new show, The Breaks, on 98.9 KUTX here in Austin from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Tell us about it, guys. What's it all about?
Who wants to go? You want to go first?
You go first.
It's fucking exciting. It's a long time coming for us, and 2 for the city of Austin to finally get some people who are actually or have been ingrained into the hip hop scene within the city, who actually know people in it and have worked in it and done substantial things within the hip hop community in this city, and people who actually care about just hip hop and rap in general and giving the people a great show. So it's a long time coming for that and a long time coming for us because me and this guy here, we've done a lot of work together, separately, on our own brands and platforms. So to finally get this chance and to be given this chance after have been given the runaround by certain radio stations who, I'm not going to say their names, but my partner in crime here just might because he's that guy.
He don't give a damn, dude.
So, but after getting
find out the name of his podcast, you'll find out real quick how much he cares.
But after we have been given the runaround by a radio station that we kind of feel obligated to go to and try to get on and have our vision on, and they not really see it or want us there. For the University of Texas's radio station, which, like I've said before, I have never saw myself working for the University of Texas because I'm not the hugest University of Texas fan.
That's an understatement.
But for them to give us the platform and the opportunity and the confidence is just great. I'm so appreciative.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, man.
Where are you at with the Confucius?
Well, I will admit it still hasn't sunken in. You know, Christopher, you know us. We had those damn comic book guys.
Oh yeah.
And for us, what ended up happening was, we were doing, and I can say this to you because you're an OG podcaster.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're not one of those people that just started last week.
No, I've been doing it for a couple years.
Exactly. Now. So we started it, and it started to seem like the podcast field was getting very, very, very crowded. So we were like, okay.
Sure.
We obviously started this for a reason. Like, we didn't start this because we like talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like, we just started this to grow because that's what we know for starting brands and growing it, just like you do. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So me and Fresh had a discussion about, okay, we need to just go after radio because we've done it before and we had decent results. We had a different co-host then. It was three of us at that point.
Yeah, I remember you saying you were on a digital radio station with distribution and stuff. But that was with comic book guys, right?
No, that was actually
No, that's right. That was a hip hop show that you had going on. That's right.
87 Fresh, it was called.
Yeah. Okay.
And we, me and him discussed it, and he agreed with me. He was like, "Yeah, we should. That is something we should go for." So what ended up happening was there's a station here in town. I'm not gonna say their name. I'm not gonna do it.
No, that's petty.
There's a station here in town that had that we felt obligated to approach first because that station was known as the station of the city, the black community. So let's go there and reach out to them. And we did, and we had a meeting set up with them, and we went up there to the meeting. We missed work and everything. We called out, and we went up there, and the program director at the station wasn't there. There was actually another group of people there waiting to meet him at the exact same time. So he ended up telling us, hey, you guys will reschedule the meeting, and what you guys do, send me the proposal. So me and Fresh, being the professional guys we went straight home and drew up the proposal and sent it to him. And Fresh proceeded to call him and try to make sure he got it. He never answered again. And I told Fresh, I said, we need to probably send this proposal to everybody else because this is just to see what happens. So we sent it. Fresh, I don't know if it was me or Fresh, to be honest, but we sent the proposal to like every radio station in the city.
Good.
I think I did.
Good.
I think I did maybe 3 or 4, and then he did the rest.
And so what ended up happening was, I got very upset because the station we originally approached just wouldn't respond to us. I wrote the program director on Facebook, emailed him, texted him, Fresh called him, so he just wouldn't respond to us. I'm like, wow, this is...
Yeah, I called him, left voicemail.
And y'all know as well, I've worked in broadcast. Even as far as being a guest goes, literally, it's delivery. It's
special delivery.
Love you, baby.
I love your wife, man. She's so cool.
She's the shit, dude. I love her. She's great.
Relationship goals.
Right.
Hashtag.
Real one.
Yeah. No shit. But it's just one of those, like, even whenever guests contact you or whenever you're contacting guests, like I had it with Talking Sound where, like, I was one step, and I need to contact him again because I'm a 3 strikes out type of dude, and 2 times in a row, DMC of Run DMC was like, yeah, man, I'll come be on Talking Sound. We'll do an over the phone episode. And both times he stood me up on the phone call. And it was one of those, like, oh,
I was almost there.
Oh, it's like right there, like, dude, I'm communicating with DMC's personal email.
Yeah, no.
Like this is not a handler. It's like me and him back and forth. And that was a total, like, I met DMC in the bathroom of a comic convention. Like I met him at his booth, and all of his cronies and his handlers were there. And then I went out for a smoke and came back in to wash my hands, and he came out to wash his hands from the urinal. And was like, "Hey, podcast guy, what's up?" And it was like the most genuine conversation between two dudes in a bathroom ever. It was like all pretension was dropped, and he found out what the show was about. Was like, "I'd love to come on," but it's hard whenever you're trying to put something out there because. Yeah, you've got a valid idea. You've got a great idea for the musical community in a town. And whenever you're contacting these people and they literally just don't even get back to you.
Yeah, and that was disheartening at first.
Yeah.
We emailed all these people, and I guess I had to have been the one to email KUTX because they emailed me back.
Yeah.
And the program director from there emailed me back and was like, "Hey, was this proposal meant for us? Because there's somebody else's name on it." And me and Fresh at the time weren't thinking that we had the original station's name on it. So I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Man, I apologize," but I told him straight. I said, "I just want to thank you for even answering because nobody else has."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my networking mind kicked in, and I said, "Hey," because once again, you learn this from music. If you know how to network the right way, I said, "Hey, I'm not asking for anything, but would it be cool if me and Fresh just sat down with you and just talked about radio in general because this is something we want to get into and want to learn about?" He was like, "You know what? No, we don't have to go out to eat. Just come to the station. We'll talk." So we ended up going to the station and talking, and long story short, after a few meetings, we ended up getting a show.
Nice.
We basically just talked to them about what the vision we had and how long we've been living here and never really had a hip hop show or radio station that we were proud about. And he was like, KUTX 98.9, it's supposed to represent the Austin music experience. And it's kind of not fair that we say that, but we have no representation.
Yeah,
for rap.
It's thin on the hip hop and rap side.
Exactly. So they were like, well, and honestly, he didn't tell us we were getting a show even at the first meetings. He called me randomly. Well, he had asked for my number because me and him been emailing back and forth. And he was like, "Hey, can you talk?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll call you." So I called him. He's like, "How would you feel if you and Fresh had a rap show from 11 to 1?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, "What, are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm serious. We got an opening now. So if you guys wanted it, if Fresh is cool with it," I said, "I'm pretty sure Fresh is cool with it."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll figure it out.
Me and him have a whole nother conversation. But yeah, that's how we ended up getting it. And it's like I said, it's still sunk in. We've been up at the station for the last 2 nights of training and learning the boards and everything.
Yep. Learning all the gear
and it's just surreal. Like
the e-cart system and all that, putting all your stuff in and that's what I was telling you before. Whenever we'd had conversations about radio and stuff, it's like there's a lot of integration that goes into things. Exactly. Auto firing because you get ready for it, man. Like you will be stepped on by that commercial. Like you will be straight up cut off and muted, and that commercial will override you.
But I think for us and them, the reason why I love the relationship is because, and Fresh was talking about this. This is new territory for both of us. They've never had a rap show.
Yeah.
And then we've never been on the radio before, so they're just kind of like we're all trying to figure it out as we go along. But,
sure.
I mean, it's exciting. It's interesting to see the response from it. People like you, our friends, get congratulations. But
absolutely.
To hear from people who we've never talked to before, like, "Hey,
how
can you get on the radio too?" And
hey,
let's be friends. One chick who, I love her to death. I grew up with her. She hit me up, was talking about, "So when am I gonna get my $1 million to Forever 21? I'm like, "What? You like new money now? You got a radio show and good clothes?" I'm like, "Was I bummy before?" Like,
hey, now wait a minute.
So Fresh got invited to like a rapper's party.
Yeah,
or
I got
something.
invited to a party. I'm sorry, Snapchat. But I got invited to.
Jackass.
I'm sorry, I got fans.
That's classy. Hi, fans.
I got invited to a party, and then a friend of mine texted me and asked me what was up with me. I was like, "I got a new job at the radio station." They're like, "Oh, you famous now?" I was like, "No, I'm not famous." And they were like, "Once you start, you will." And I was like, "I guess." So
we honestly, what it came down to, and I hate to cut Fresh off, I do it all the time, and he cuts me off and steals my thunder. But it comes down to we are just really excited about all the loose women that will be coming our way.
Sure.
That's what all this amounts to. This is what the goal was.
The golden shower early in the morning, waking your ass up.
It wasn't to change the Austin music scene. It wasn't to create a career just to have sex with a bunch of loose women.
No. Well, I mean, that's why everybody gets into music originally. Free drugs and women.
Exactly. I'm trying to get all the mushrooms and
that's it.
LSD and just be zoned out.
Yeah.
I'll pass on the drugs, but I'll take all the women.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I know people that will take your drugs.
I know a few too.
I got the connection with that.
But we're still doing podcasts. Right now, we're on a little hiatus from those damn comic book guys.
And all other podcasts.
Well, and rightfully so.
Well, I do have an announcement.
Oh,
FYO is coming back. But I'm not gonna be over it no more. Tia's taking over FYO.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to the homie Tia.
Go Tia Williams. Good for you. I was wondering because she'd come to me and was like, "Hey, I might need some help doing some stuff," and I was like, "You feel free to give me a call
she's
anytime."
Changed it to FYO presents Black Girl Politics, but yeah, she's taking it over.
Okay.
I feel right handing it down to her because she was a worthy.
Sure.
She's
Absolutely.
She's a great successor, so she's listening now too. So she'll probably be talking shit to me later.
Absolutely. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that she's carrying on the mantle of that show because I really, really enjoyed it, and it was actually, fuck your opinion, was quite a bit of the inspiration for the Thinking Deeply episodes of Dudes and Beer.
Oh, influence.
Yeah. Well, because
at least he acknowledged it. Because what's the name? I'm gonna take FYO's name from the other guy that used to be in RDG, Bobby Drake. So I'm taking FYO. I said, oh, what the hell? Come on. I didn't know that.
Come on now.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. Especially the episodes that you did by yourself and stuff like that, because
shots fired.
A lot of what Dudes and Beer was about. Is getting deep into the fabric of humanity, like what drives us as people. Why do we do the things we do sociologically and stuff like that? And we have fun with it. We go to crazy places with it. We go to deep dark places with it in Dudes and Beer sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the episode the other night about the new propaganda machine that the federal government has with the new NDAA. Yay! They can now make propaganda to go against foreign propaganda and release it to us. That's great. Don't worry about it, dude. You don't need to leave yet.
That's America at its finest, isn't it?
Absolutely. But, sometimes we do that and we kind of forget the humanity part. So Thinking Deeply came about as kind of just like an internal dialogue of, just life-changing things, like how to start thinking positively. Like, we got to start thinking positive in this world, man. We got to start, stop being so dire. It's not all so crucial, as my weed dealer used to say back in the day.
We got to be the rebels of Rogue One. We got to have hope.
That's it.
Rebellion's built on hope.
That's it.
But no, I mean, even FYO, I've heard people say before that they like the episodes without me. And I think the episodes with me and Tia were amazing too. But what it really came down to was that Tia has a very strong opinions about things. She is very intelligent and intellectual enough to carry a show by herself as well. Mm-hmm. And me and her have a lot of conversations about different things, and I just really am excited to see her.
I'm excited to see her step into that role and grow like that. It's going to be good for her.
When I explained it to her, I said, the Daily Show is always associated with Jon Stewart, but he wasn't the first host of it. He took it and made it his own. To where now Trevor Noah's having a hard time getting
I mean, everybody forgets
Greg Kilborn was the original host.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart took it over.
Yeah. Who was also another dude that moved on from that to The Tonight Show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, it's like they just took all those dudes and gave them late night regular shows.
And I just, I'm really excited to see what she does with it.
Yeah, me too.
Because she's already made it known that she said, but I'm not going to do anything like you did. I said, look, I'm all for it, man. So,
well, and speaking of bomb drops, I'll let the official bomb and shoe drop now. We actually have a live app for Dudes and Beer. So go to the Google Play Market, look for Dudes and Beer podcast. It will pop up. You'll see a little beer mug with a D&B on it. It's also on the iOS market as well on iTunes. So you can grab it there for your iOS devices, your iPads, all that stuff. Puts Dudes and Beer right in your pocket. Lets you know, like literally as we went live, my phone vibrated with a little Spreaker alert letting me know Dudes and Beer is live now. And you can actually go in, listen to it live, and you can actually live comment. We've got the comment window open. If anybody out there is tuned in, feel free to check that out. If you're also tuned in on the website, you can go to dudesandbeer.com/listen live now, and you can comment there as well. So
I like the progression. I like, like even with your podcast, and we met you guys, you always had a plan for where to go, and that's kind of the same thing. Me and Fresh learned over the years when it came to just being in business with just anybody. Like a lot of people, and that's when podcasting got kind of dire for us because, and you probably attest to this. We saw so many people starting them that didn't have any vision where to go with it. It's just like I just like talking shit, so I'm gonna just get a microphone. It's like that's. like for instance, when me and Fresh started those damn comic book guys, we specifically went after a niche audience.
Yep.
Because me and Fresh talk shit to each other all the time.
Oh, sure.
There's
All day,
like,
every day.
You know, from RDG too.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a group chat, me, him, and Fresh. That could be a podcast, but it would just be 2-3 people talking shit.
Sure.
But
And a lot of tangents.
yeah, and some funny ass.
Some
jokes, man.
there are some audiences for that though. There's a lot of audience for that, you know. And we've kind of struggled with our audience. We've kind of struggled with what we do here and there, but at the same time, we've really kind of come to our stride, come to the fact that, you know, there are these other branches of Dudes and Beer that we do. You know, we go out and we do the live remotes. We're guest hosts on podcasts, and we air those on the website and the Spreaker app as well. So
yeah, I mean, and that's,
you know,
that's always been the end goal. But the radio show, I don't know what to expect from it. I'm just, you know, happy it's happening. You know, me, I used to be a DJ. Well, I still am. God damn it.
Yeah,
but, and you know, just
This could really, not to cut you off, but we're even now.
that's why I say nothing.
But this could really
shit,
help.
I got to start keeping score now.
This could really help skyrocket you back into the DJ stratosphere. I mean, you could be like a self.
I don't wanna
Okay,
be.
not a DJ self, but
Now, I'm not trying to get hooked upside down and beaten.
Yeah, let's
don't do what he did.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not trying to be the DJ guy. I just, you know, for me, it's always about trying to work in a field that I'm passionate about, and you know, to represent the city.
Well, and what I loved is the fact that y'all actually put a social media call out to artists to submit their music to your show.
Yeah.
And I let everybody know where they can go to submit.
yeah.
Fresh make that noise. Tell him, Fresh.
Well, artists that are
With the new
listening,
phone.
yeah, it's no service. But the artists can submit music to our Dropbox, and the email for the Dropbox is 989thebreaks@gmail.com. Please, 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 please. I had to get my James Brown on for their.
I did it right?
But just you did it right. You did it right. You did it right.
Here's how you do it, folks.
You
You
put your
go,
artists-
you
you
go
put-
in, you
you put
register
the
for
art-
Dropbox, you
Yes,
make a
please.
folder, you put your stuff in it, and then you go in and you say invite, and you use 989.
thebreaks@gmail.com.
There
Make
you
sure that your song or songs are in WAV format, not
Yep.
MP3, because if I read MP3, it's automatically being deleted. I've done it
No,
already.
no
you've done it
AIFF.
already?
I've done it already.
No IFF.
I've done it already. And make sure that your song is edited and radio ready to play, because we are on radio, folks, and we cannot play your explicit track on the radio. We're on college radio.
Yeah,
at
fuck that shit.
Yeah, we have to get our cursing out as much. That's another reason I'm kind of anxious to get back to those damn comic book guys, because we can curse.
You gotta drop the bomb somewhere, bro.
But you know, yeah, I mean, like you said, you know, we've had artists submit.
Yep.
I'm interested to see it. Hopefully, you know, the Austin music scene, rap wise, has been kind of a tangent of, compared to anything, a bunch of daycare kids with no teacher.
Sure.
And I'm just hoping to come in and give them some kind of direction and say, hey, guys, this is how to professionally go about doing things. Not to say that everybody's done that. There's some people out here that do music rap-wise that kind of got their shit together, but a lot of them don't. And, you know, one thing we've learned, too, is...
Well, and explain what you mean by that. Because, like, that means something different in rock and roll. That means something different in punk music. It means something different in jazz. Like, each scene has its own concept of together. So what do you mean by that?
Well, for here, rap, and Fresh, correct me if I'm wrong, is the only genre to never have anybody break through nationally, like in a big way.
Out of Austin?
Yes,
Yeah,
out of Austin. Rap
Nobody's ever done it.
No.
You've had
You got to go to
artists-
Houston for that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You've had,
Dallas.
or even
got a lot of-
Dallas,
yeah.
or even Dallas.
That's true.
You've had artists here in Austin who have been on like the cusp of you know the national attention, but
Sure.
after they've reached that cusp, that pretty much was their pinnacle, and everything died out, and they reverted back to doing what they were doing before they hit that peak of their music aspirations. So. Yeah, like if you as far as rap goes, nobody's really broken that glass ceiling.
Yeah, nobody
for
really
rap on the national
broke the scene barrier,
Yeah,
so
you
to
see all
say.
these people get attention online here and there, but you know you never really see it translate to anything.
Yeah,
mainstream is what I want to say. Is the word I want to use. So
well, I don't know. We do have who is it? It's not Shia LaBeouf. Who is it that lives here in town? That's a DJ.
Shit. I don't know.
Elijah Wood.
Matthew McConaughey.
I believe it's Elijah Wood.
From The Good Son?
Can he stand up? Can he see over
Yeah,
the
like
turntable?
The Hobbit.
He's like 3 feet.
Frodo?
Yeah,
Frodo teabagging?
Yeah, Frodo himself is a spinner. He
Really?
He apparently mixes and does some stuff. And
I'm
things
pretty
like
sure
that,
he
if I'm
uses
not
Serato.
mistaken.
Look, okay, when I came to DJing,
All right, let's get into that.
I gotta
Okay,
say
'cause
this. When I started DJing,
My reel to reel isn't out here, but it's in the closet.
Talk your shit, pot.
Jesus. When I started DJing at 18, Serato had just came out, so a lot of DJs were very hesitant to use it.
Let them know
Didn't
Flash.
give a shit about it. So in order to DJ, you had to honestly learn turntablism. You had to learn how to use vinyl. And,
Yep.
and CD turntables were way fucking expensive, so I was trained on vinyl.
Yeah.
I was trained to bring in carts and carts
Yeah.
and carts of vinyls to do a party.
Yeah, and putting your tape down for the sample in and out and all that stuff.
So and also if you said you were a DJ, people didn't question it like, oh well, I've seen him actually DJ. He's actually a DJ. Now it's get to the point now, 10 plus years later, where to be a DJ you just have to buy a laptop and some.
Don't get me wrong. I have like 2 parties a year by this guy in Houston that I DJ. And
my thing is, you know what?
That's literally me throwing some music on and playing stuff, and if people have a request, I play it.
And I don't knock that.
And then I play the music for the dancers.
Like what upsets me is that my oldest son's mom, she was taking pictures of this model who claimed to be a DJ, but she just started DJing like the week before the pictures. And she DJ consistently on 6th Street. Like you're taking a job away from a DJ who's actually spent time and money and years
into the craft.
Into the craft. You just happen to get a laptop, look good, and have some what's the crap? I forgot the CD player, the turntables that all come together.
Yeah.
Which once again blew my mind. The controller deck. Yeah. Blew my mind too because I grew up once again buying everything piece by piece.
Yeah.
About headphones, the mixer, the 2 turntables.
I thought that's how it was always supposed to go.
That shit is cut out.
I thought it was how it was supposed to go.
And Serato is so damn easy to use. I could train somebody in that in like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, I remember I had one a while back made by Newmark that was 2 CD decks that also had an iPod dock in the middle. So like you could literally like take people's iPhones and like cue shit up off their iPhone.
I mean, I'm not. And that's funny. I'm not
or
knocking.
You can just buy virtual DJ.
And I'm not knocking,
which is what I use.
I'm not knocking technology. I'm just knocking the people who try to take advantage.
Well, and that's just it. And that's what I've tried to explain to people is that there's a difference between a DJ, like it's someone who creates beats, makes beats, matches beats, does all the scribble scratch and everything else. Like that shit is actually taught in Juilliard now. Like they've learned to notate that. Dead serious.
I did not know that was taught in Juilliard.
Yeah, they actually teach mixology in Juilliard now because they've started to realize, like, you're hitting like 64th notes and shit like that going back and forth.
Form. It's just as much an art form as ballet or acting or
absolutely.
Singing.
And to hear somebody do it, there's some DJs that I've worked with in the past that are really much more like what I do. They play music back to back, and they go from deck to deck, and on occasion they'll spin their little thing like, DJ Johnson coming out of you live.
But for me,
something like
that. What really motivated me was one, I knew I didn't want to rap or sing, and I couldn't sing, so I said, okay, I need to pick up a craft that gets me into the music industry. But 2, even though I'm not a huge fan of this movie, it was Juice. That DJ battle said, I got to learn the battle, and that's what I originally taught myself to be a battle DJ. But then I was like, you know what? I've never been to a party where somebody started doing all that extra tricks and shit. So I need to learn these rock.
You was GQ,
yeah,
DJ GQ.
Yeah, I try to learn. I can DJ with my elbows. But
nice.
But it is. I was so self-taught that I ended up going to a DJ school with another apprentice of mine, Amor Denali, and I learned a whole bunch of terminology I never knew what it was. I know what these buttons do. I just didn't know what they were called that. This whole time I knew how to work it. Like you can't put a mixer in front of me and me be confused. I just didn't know exactly what they did. I didn't know what the names were or what this meant and what that meant. I was like, I taught myself.
Oh, you talked about bro, what's the joint over there on 5th?
That used to be on 5th?
Yeah.
The DJ school?
Yeah.
Beats University or something like that?
No.
I know that there was one called that. I used to see ads for them in my apartment.
Beer.
I can't think of the name of it for the life of me now.
It's closed now. I forgot. It's like Dub Academy.
Dub Academy.
That was it. Dub Academy. Because there was a dude from the Dub Academy that had a Dub Academy car in my apartment complex.
That place closed down. But I went there, and it was funny because it was me, Amor, and I think one other person. And Amor, shout out to Amor, man. I trained her DJ, and she was very, very good at it. She just didn't stick with it like I wanted her to. But it was the class. I hate to say it was boring. I knew everything already. Like
sure.
The only thing I learned was how to master the baby scratch. I never learned to baby scratch to bring in mixes. I just learned to do mixes just by listening to it and just, beat juggling it back and forth.
Yeah.
But the class taught me, you baby scratch and kind of slowly ease into it. I'm like, oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can go with the crossfader back and forth.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. With this show, with the breaks, for a few months, it might be just a lot of trial and error. We're trying to see what we can and cannot do, what they let us do, what we can start adding, what works. Just like with those damn combo guys. Those damn combo guys people might hear now was nothing like the first show we ever did.
Nothing.
So it's just like you from being a broadcaster, it takes time to build up to a certain point where you're like, okay, this is what works, this is what does.
Yeah.
And it takes a certain time and effort to get comfortable doing what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
Like we said before, we've never done like radio, being on an actual radio station doing it live. So it's going to take a while to get comfortable being live and messing up and all of that, because we're used to being pre-recorded, so we can mess up and we're like,
and that's one of my favorite things about Dudes and Beer is the fact that we typically go live during the week. Most of our stuff is live. Some of it's pre-recorded and things like that, just for easy sake during the week. But whenever I have the opportunity, I always go live with it. I love the extemporaneous quality. You can't repeat it. There's no mess ups. Like you better be on game. You better be on point. You better have your points down and stuff like that.
I think but for us, and this is also those damn combo guys was a big reason why we got the radio show, because they've been listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
So they kind of already knew how our dynamic was together.
Well, and y'all, even in the time that I've known y'all, the last 4 months. Since August. Yeah. 4 or 5 months. Like the Facebook group and stuff like that, and the number of followers that y'all have and everything is just exponentially grown. Yeah. Exponentially. Like y'all are up at like 1,000 almost right now.
Yeah, on the Facebook group is funny as hell, man. If you're in it, you just see what the kind of comments.
Oh yeah, no. I comment frequently on the group.
If you could get a comment in between Zach and Brandon and Riel Dunbar arguing.
And Phil.
Phil's gone. Phil left. I tried to add Phil. I tried to add him back in the group. He refused to come back. But because him and Brandon hate each other. But
oh God.
But that's right. He runs the page.
Who's Marvel? Who's DC amongst that?
Phil is Marvel. Brandon definitely DC. Definitely DC.
It's always that.
Brandon will defend Batman vs Superman to the day he dies. You cannot tell him any different. We were talking about.
I can appreciate that.
We were talking to our guy last night, Jack, OG Jack, up at KUTX about. Comic books. He was like, I've seen Batman vs Superman, and we're like, oh, we're so jealous. Like, you really didn't have to waste your money on that.
You're not missing any much.
My wife enjoyed it. And that's the thing. The people that I know of that enjoyed it are people who aren't like familiar with the story and stuff like that.
Because you don't have any preconceived notions. You're like, okay, this doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, like at one point she did lean over to me and go, Are Gotham and Metropolis across the river from each other? And I was like, they are in this. And she was like, okay.
Because I mean, like watching it,
because to her it's never been an issue. So
even watching it, I look when I figured that they were across the river from each other, I really looked at the screen like, huh?
How's that work?
Being that. Yeah. I guess it's this universe.
I guess Central City is like just across the bridge from both of them.
Yeah, it's probably like Houston. Yeah. It's probably the distance from Houston to Austin at this point.
Exactly.
For me, even with the podcasting, like shout out to O. He quit his podcast, Giving Game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. O is a hustler to the core. So if it's not making the money or it's not getting the response he wants, he moves on to the next, which I respect, because anybody, and that's how you're successful in business. If you're investing in something and it doesn't make the money you want.
Exactly.
I'm out.
Yeah, you gotta learn to be ready to be out.
Yeah, exactly. But for those damn comic book guys, it did take on a life of its own. And when we started it, I don't know, we didn't think it'd get this far. We didn't think we'd get no radio show off of it.
Nah.
But, honestly, when they first were talking to us about getting a radio show, a lot of the conversations involved those damn comic guys. I was convinced. I said they're gonna try to bring those damn comic guys to KUTX because they have a podcast department over there.
Yeah.
We're actually in discussions with maybe starting a podcast over there with somebody else. But
great.
So we working.
That too. But I told Fresh that they're gonna make us do those things. They're not gonna make us do anything, but they're gonna talk to us about doing, which I would have been cool with. But
No, I think that'd be a great one myself.
But I was like, man, I want to do music, man, because that's if there's one thing we talk about all the time, it's music.
It's music.
Comic books, man. Like we can't talk to O about comic books. O don't know shit about comic books
or care.
Yeah. But when it comes to me, we talk about music. We joke about music.
Well, I mean, really, being in this town, you do have the unique opportunity to be able to talk to so many artists, to be able to talk to so many producers, studios, everything else about the whole process. And it's interesting. So.
This is true. Since I started my blog site, Fresh Prince of KUTX, and ending it, I've met so many people. I met DJs, producers, engineers, artists, singers. I'm going to say instrumentalists, and had so many conversations about actual conversations about music, and people that actually know music and critique music and have their own unique opinions upon music and how they view it and how they like to do it and hear it and see it and all of that. So, like you said, living in this city, you do have the pleasure of having these different conversations and meeting these different people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to do the show.
Yeah.
So don't really have any expectations because don't know what to expect. Not really nervous. I probably won't be until it's time to really go
till
live.
The on air live
until we go
on.
live and we have to introduce. I just hope I don't stumble over words.
For me,
just watch that clock.
Yeah.
Watch that clock, man.
That's something that we were told.
Don't be mesmerized by it, but watch that clock.
For me, I was looking at it like I might be a little bit nervous, but I always make the roller coaster comparison. I'm nervous in line for the roller coaster, but once I get in the seat, I'm like, yes, there's no point in being nervous. I can't get off the ride.
Yeah.
So once the 11 o'clock hits and we're on
you could puss out.
Yeah, then I'm not going to embarrass myself in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Let me off right now. I'm not doing all
Let
that.
everybody see your wet pants and everything getting up. You at least got to go 60 to dry them out.
Exactly. I'm not doing that. So, that's kind of I look at it. I'm like, okay, well, when 11 o'clock hits, it's showtime, man. We know and like I said, me and Fresh have been doing this for a long time. For a long time. So we know what to do. We know
you're old hat.
When it's time to hit record and it's time to do us, we show up and we show out. So I'm not really nervous.
No, I'm excited for you guys.
I'm excited to really have people hear me, or more so just be on the radio. This is not necessarily a dream, but it's kind of a dream come true.
Sure.
It's not. It's like it was a childhood dream of mine, but in all the work that we have put in, and it has led up to this. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know. That's what's the funny thing for me is, and this is one thing that kind of let me know what we're doing is kind of big. And Tia mentioned this too. The guy that trained us last night, I asked him, I said, how'd you get in the radio? And he was like, well, I was working at the Cactus Jack and KUT. They saw me up there all the time. I ended up interning for them. And then like a year later, they asked me to give me a show. And I told them I went to school for it and da-da-da. And so when he said that, and Tia mentioned this too, it really set in for me like, holy shit. Me and Fresh never went to school for this. They literally just gave us a show just because they like how we sound. And it was a humbling experience because there are a lot of people who went to schools, took out student loans.
Well, not only that, but all things considering, you never went to school for it. You're a DJ, so you know how to mix. Yeah. You're not an idiot with a fader and a gain knob, or a microphone. So, I was even impressed for people who are not from that field, how well produced y'all's podcast was.
And it was all self-taught.
Exactly.
Me and Fresh just come from a place, because this is not a bad indication of Austin. It's just kind of just giving people a perspective. When you're in the urban scene of Austin, you kind of have to be very self-reliant because there's not really any avenues to get your voice out there. Yeah. So we came into podcasting like that, like, nobody's going to help us, so we got to build this platform ourselves and be entertaining. And Fresh will contest it. I mean, not contest. He'll agree with me on this one. The first maybe, I want to say, the first 4 shows, we would be up all night watching YouTube trying to figure out how to mix our shows.
Night.
It would take us like 5 hours.
It took us. I think we started at like 10:30, and we probably wouldn't end and have the show ready and uploaded until maybe like 4:30
in the morning. The first night I think we did. I don't know the first night, but Fresh was up and he was on the floor sitting next to me. He was asleep,
and I passed out. I couldn't.
He couldn't stay. It took that, but we literally would go back and forth like, "Yo, how do you figure this out? How do we figure this out?" And
was that night when I literally passed out on the floor with my head against the wall. It was a humbling experience for me because I was like, I don't know how musicians do it. I don't know how engineers do it because like I'm tired. I'm physically.
I feed magic elves in all these boxes over here, bro.
Like I applaud you all.
That's what it's about.
I applaud you all. The
you just
got
to know what to feed them. You know what I mean?
And the artists who can like fight their sleep and stay up and focused and get the job done. Cause I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was a lot of nights where I literally was fighting my sleep to stay up. Just to pay attention.
Literally edited so much, and it still amazes my wife. Like I can hear something and literally like see the waveform and identify it. Like literally read the waveform, like, and it came from a lot of broadcast editing because you've got your show that goes out, and then you've got your commercial free edit for subscribers. Mm-hmm. And dude, if that shit ain't up to the server within like 20-30 minutes of show being over, they're like, "Where the fuck's my episode, man?"
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? And it's like, this is a 4-hour show. And I've got to go through and delete commercials and you had your clock, so you could run backward from your clock and literally but you got to the point where you could see the difference between the commercial and the host's voice, and just literally editing by sight. Like you're not even listening to it anymore. You've got timeline and you've got sight there, and you're like, oh yeah, he ran over 5 seconds there.
When we were at the radio station in Houston, we used to always turn our episodes in.
What station were you on?
We were on the Core 94.
Okay.
Which is an online digital radio station out of Houston, Texas.
Started by 5 women. And I'm not saying to say women can't do it, but it was 5 women that were trying to navigate their way to the music industry, and they started a radio station, and I think they reached. I was so drunk back then. I think I reached out to them, honestly, to be fair, about, hey, how can we get a radio show? And then they gave me one, and they said, that's cool. If you want to do it, we'd be down for it. And I think this is my memory again. I think they said you should talk to Fresh about it, even though I was going to do it anyway.
I have no idea if that's what the conversation was. I just remember him either calling or texting me and was like, hey, you want to do a radio show? The Core 94, they gave me a show, and I'm just bringing you on to do it. You be the co-host. And I was like, yeah, I'm down for it. Let's do it. That's all I remember.
So, we ended up doing that show.
And what was the format of that?
Same. It was me, him. It was me, Fresh, and this other person who would not be named. We did the show. And
referred to as Pimp Slap now.
Man, whatever, man. That other co-host knows who she is. We played music and talked about current issues.
Yeah, we talked about pop culture issues.
Okay.
Pop culture issues, and we played music. We were 2 hours long. It was a 2-hour show.
Yeah,
2-hour show, and we juggled the music and with the talking segments, talking points, and all of that good stuff.
Sure.
It was very entertaining from what I was told from people who tuned in and listened, and. Yeah, it was just short lived. I think we did it for maybe 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 4 months. So it was entertaining.
Yeah.
It was fun in the beginning. We were learning it. We were trying to figure it all out. Because the Core at that time, they were still trying to figure out everything too. So we kind of left to our own devices, and they were in Houston. We were down here. So. But
I remember you saying you had to FTP all the files to them and everything else.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
and then our engineer at the time, who was our co-host boyfriend, he would have recorded the show on Adobe Audition. And if you know Adobe Audition, it literally takes the duration of the show to break it down. So if the show is 2 hours and 30 minutes, then it's going to take 2 hours 30 minutes to break it down.
Oh man, he must have had some gank ass computer, man.
He did.
But
right.
But shout out to him. I'll say his Slim. Shout out to Slim. Slim.
I'll give you this. With the compressions and filters and things like that I typically use on my episodes with Adobe Audition, an hour and a half long episode takes me about 10 to 15 to render out.
Shit, it took us that
long.
And
that's in 48 hertz wave. That's CD quality wave.
Yeah, it is. So that's a big file. But no, I mean,
and then I convert it to MP3 I go to 192 hertz MP3 because it's basically talk radio.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't really matter at that point. But
yeah, I mean,
I take it down to that for the FTP link, so it's easier for people to download. And
But
stuff.
you know, it was a learning experience. You know,
Yeah,
a lot of that, and, you
it
know, a
is.
lot of people who might tune in to our shows on Saturdays might listen to it and be like, "Where the hell these guys come from?" But I understand it because you never see the person's struggles; you only see their success.
Right.
I can't wait though, because quite honestly, like the show that I was on 90.1 KPFT in Houston as a guest artist, and I was on there for like 5 years. I used to bring in like 30 to 40 minutes of music every month. Like it was insane. Like every fourth Sunday was like local composer night. You could bring in whatever, and yeah, for like 5 years straight, I came in for like, an entire episode and would bring in like 30, 40 minutes of music. And it was just awesome. It was great. And it's interesting doing the 11 to 1 a.m. because that's where the show was. And I remember like some of the calls from people that would come in. Ooh.
I mean,
we were already told not to worry about the phones. We were told not to worry about the
Oh,
phones.
no phone calls? You can't do a call-in show?
they're really just trying to, once again, just like us, trying to feel out what the audience is going to be like.
Yeah, you really... Well, and the main thing is, number one, at that point, you got to have an engineer on that dump switch.
No, we don't.
No, it's just us.
It's just us.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta learn to hit that dump switch.
Yeah, they showed it to us.
Yeah.
We
The
showed
magic
them.
red, the jolly candy-like flashing red button.
Yeah, it's just us. It's funny because when we first got the show, because when we did...
What's your delay? Like 5 seconds?
8
8? Okay, yeah, okay, cool.
When he first offered us the show, I thought it was going to be similar to how we did my KUTX. And when me and Fresh did that, it was not live, and we had an engineer. We motioned him to cut the song off, and when we were going to start talking. But as we went up there for our first meeting after we had officially was signed on.
No, it's literally nowadays as easy as what I'm doing over here. With
It's
this
very
program.
very easy. We caught on within the 2 days. We caught on within the day that the first day we went up there for the quote unquote training. Shout out to Jack Anderson who trained us.
Jack cool as hell.
Yeah, Jack was cool. But it was real easy. We went back yesterday and he had us literally work the board. He had one of us at one point load up like 3 songs and an advertisement, and then I think Confucius did it first, and then I did it second, and like we got it, basically got it, and like grasped the concept. It was fairly easy, as we were already told that it would be easy and real easy to catch on too. So
yeah.
I feel like Darth Vader. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm thoroughly excited. I'm excited for a lot of things. I'm excited for the show. I'm excited for the new MacBook Pro Air that I got.
I saw that being ordered.
You saw?
What? You got a MacBook Pro?
Yeah,
I got the alert and I was like, he's spending up all kind of money.
I told you I was gonna get it.
Like, he's spending up all kinds of dollars over here.
Yeah, but it's refurbished. But it's still a MacBook.
It's still a MacBook.
Hey, I understand, man. I replaced my Surface. The one that shit the bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I couldn't
brag about my Mac.
Like the things I can do with it, I just could not have it anymore.
I still brag about my Mac, and it's a 2009. And when somebody pulls out their PC, I was like, well, mine's a Mac.
It's funny, your Mac is still better than most people.
I don't have those issues. So those issues you have on that Mac, mine doesn't freeze and do all that.
And I got that, and because I felt it was a good day, I ordered a Black Panther shirt. I've been watching a whole lot of documentaries on like Black Panther, Malcolm X, and James Baldwin. Just not because I don't know about them, just because I just felt like fucking doing it. So
Yeah.
But
you're now on a watch list.
Yeah,
he probably already
once
is.
again, I'm a member of the Nation of Islam. I've been on the watch list probably since 2011.
Right? I'm probably on there. I've said some
I'm a former member of the Nation of Islam.
I've said some not so nice things and rather militant things online. So
what I say, I'm black, I'm Muslim, and I was a former member of the Nation of Islam. I'm a registered member of the Nation.
You're black, male, Muslim, and a registered member.
Yeah.
Like you out of there. You.
I just didn't get my ex. My son's mom got her ex. I didn't get my ex. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just this has been interesting. I've just a lot of things I'm trying to get done this year. Trying to write a book.
A book.
Yeah.
What about?
Black Love.
Okay.
Oh, this is news to me.
Yeah, I know.
Exclusive.
I'm trying to
Sounds
write
like
that
an
book.
adult graphic novel.
Shit, I wish it could be.
You gonna be the male Zane?
No, it's not. Hell no. Although Zane makes a lot of money. Trying to write that. Should I say it? Yeah, me and Tia are working on a show, a live action show.
All right.
Based on my damn life.
Loosely based.
Yeah, loosely based. Fresh is a homosexual man in that show.
Oh.
See how he does me? See how he does me?
I'm not,
Loosely based on real life.
He's not homosexual. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just I'll be 30 this year.
I love you anyway, Fresh.
Thank you.
I'll be 30 this year, so I'm just really trying to, enjoy life and, not do any stupid shit. Basically it.
Right.
So I don't know.
I mean, same for me. I'm just working on those damn comic book guys. Once we come back from our hiatus, whenever that will be.
Whatever that'll be.
Whatever that'll be.
Thanks for giving faith to the fans.
I'm just saying, we have yet to decide on a day when to come back, but Brandon and Zach are steady holding it down. So
fuck them. They've done a show in 2 weeks.
Word?
You ever noticed that?
No, I haven't listened to either. Oh, I listened to the first one they did, and so,
let me explain something to
you. I
you.
don't listen to anything.
Thank you. That's all. That's right there. Chris, he never listened to any of it. We could have been on hiatus for 6 months. He wouldn't know. Wait, we've been on.
You know what, man? I kind of got on the guys a couple weeks ago because it was like, hey, man, I'm not saying I'm like an internet creeper, but I keep track of our stats, and mothers, there should be more than 1 or 2 listens on these episodes because I know one of them is me verifying the beginning, middle, and end of that episode went up. The second one is me listening to it.
We're coming back, though. I mean, those damn comic book guys is like...
Well, and I look at it, honestly, this is how I look at it. I look at it as football footage. Especially once you give it a day or so and you go back and you listen to it, you really do get that separation of time and space, and you get to kind of hear yourself from an outsider's point of view, and you get to kind of critique yourself and start kind of honing in on stuff. It is hugely important.
And I got to give, credit to Fresh. Fresh, even though he's probably never listened to an actual episode, Fresh is...
I've listened to several episodes.
He probably like 3 out of 100.
At least
I've listened to...
8,
we don't even have 100
9.
episodes.
Close, Jace. But one thing about Fresh I give him credit for is that even though Fresh doesn't listen, he is still able to just know from the recording what he needs to work and tweak on. Me, I can't do that. I have to listen to myself. I say, okay, I know I suck right here. I got to listen and hear myself sucking.
Yeah.
Like Fresh would be like, you know what, last episode I can change this. I'm like, what the fuck, you remember that? He's like, yeah. So he'll flick it on and change it. But me, I listen to like every episode meticulously and like comb through it and try to see what's fucked up about it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we'll be back. I mean, those damn comic guys, not to make a huge comparison, but it's like the Beatles.
Yeah.
John, I'm not going to say who's who, but John Lennon, Paul, everybody.
You ain't going to stop them. It's just next time it comes out, it's going to be something a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be back. we'll come back. We're not gone.
Yeah, we're not gone. We're coming back.
Zach and Brandon are doing a great job with it, but I'm not going to announce that yet because I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But of course, because I'm trying to revamp RDG. But
sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be back. We love the show. One thing I was thinking about this the other day, 2016 was rough. Like a lot of shit happened in 2016.
A lot of shit, man.
And one thing about those damn comic book guys, it allowed us to sometimes not forget, but just escape the harsh realities that were going on, whether it be like another cop killing of a black man or just bad news, just the election. That show allowed us to sometimes just turn it off for just an hour or so to talk about, hey, Spider-Man is currently, dating Gwen Stacy.
It's something completely different.
Exactly. So, we're definitely coming back. And
that's why we started Vinyl Night and stuff like that. Because sometimes, man, the topics that we cover
are
just
deep.
Dude, it's just too damn much.
Yeah, it's
just too much.
Yeah, because with our with FYO and with Fresh Prince Live, FPATX Live.
Yes.
We would have to tackle
for paddocks.
Yeah. Shit, that's dope. I'm just smooth using that.
For paddocks.
For paddocks.
Paddocks.
Hashtag for paddocks.
But, we would have to.
That is the hashtag, by the way.
I know.
Hashtag FPATX Live.
But, for those type of shows, we would always have to tackle, these, harsh realities. And we couldn't just avoid them on those shows. But those that comic guys, we didn't.
You can talk about whatever.
FPATX Live, ladies and gentlemen, is coming back. I am not sure when or who will be the guest on that episode.
Nobody.
Where I return, but I'm not doing another episode by myself.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
It was a good episode because it was very deep. It was a deep episode I did the one I did by myself. But
he's gonna do a Lisa Lonnie. I've announced it now. I wish you could see how Fresh is looking at me.
Anyway, I am coming back. I just don't. I'm really trying to figure the show out, who the audience is, and just try to structure the show in a better way than it was before. But it is coming back, and to run down what I have going on. I am writing a book. Currently writing a book. I'm looking forward to come out sometime this year. It is about my Battle with Cancer, 5-chapter book from diagnosed to remission.
Oscar bait ass.
So
Wow.
I'm going for it.
Wow. Good for you.
Well, I was gonna make fun the damn beer. And I was drinking before I got here. With Fresh,
That's where you were.
I'm finna put my interview hat on real quick.
Do it. Oh.
So, do you think it's harder now to do FPATX Live now that you have a radio show that kind of essentially is the exact same show but with music?
No, because I personally don't think FPATX is the exact same show. FPATX is more of an interview series. I more so look at it like me being the Black Charlie Rose.
Yeah.
And me sitting down with individuals that I deem whose voice I feel need to be heard within the city. Because I'm not necessarily want to sit down with just artists. As I've said before, artists were the ones that was easy for me to reach out to because they were like right there in my contacts. But I have talked to other people that are public figures, activists, people that work in fashion.
Show off.
So forth and so forth that I plan on bringing on the show. Yeah. Just individual citizens who have some type of influence here. Artists, like actual visual artists, not a musician or anything, but that I plan on bringing on the show. So that's why I don't really look at FPATX and The Breaks as the same show.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tia's taking over FYL, so shit. I mean,
well, and Talking Sound is getting ready to reboot right now. So my other podcast is all about production.
2017 is the year
and
of the reboot.
Not only that, but the artofchristopherjordan.com has officially launched.
Art of Christopher Jordan sounds so sophisticated.
I first talking about that.
I decided that, especially with my son coming and everything. At one point,
about to be a father.
At one point, I had all of my music chronicled on HC Productions, and whenever I revamped HC Productions, it was really like, I really don't want to put it there. That's like my professional site.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to like make it its own thing. So I took my No Disassemble stuff, and of course I already had my website for that, and I actually like put some albums up for sale because people had been encouraging me to do so.
Yeah,
they were
I
like,
agree.
your stuff is really dope.
Yeah,
it's
man,
really good.
Get your money out here,
put it out there, and then I have like a couple of meditation albums and stuff as Christopher Jordan, and so I went out and bought artofchristopherjordan.com, and it's literally going to be like, I still have to transcribe like 20 years of poetry and shit like that, but it's literally going to be all that kind of stuff, photography, everything else.
That's great. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, and speaking of websites, FreshPrinceATX.com is coming back, but it will not just be music. It will be a
porn. I knew it.
There may be some porn on there.
You're not putting no goddamn porn on there.
If somebody drops a sex tape in Austin, I'm putting it on there.
Who the fuck want to see a sex tape with somebody in Austin? Except for me.
If it's somebody of noting, it's going to be on there.
Who's worth noting?
You got the money.
I'm going to say it. Who else is worth noting right here except for us?
If you got the money, I got the time.
Look at the camera quality. But it's so clear. Great angles.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, but it will be more
and a live video.
It won't be a music website. It won't be just a music website. It will be a full-on
porn. Full-on porn.
It'll be a full-on
Pornhub. Pornhub will run for his fucking money.
It'll be a full-on lifestyle magazine type site.
Okay.
So we're going to cover fashion, music,
food around town, restaurant.
Heck
yeah, man!
I got something.
All of that good stuff.
You know, I tell you,
entertainment, all of that.
Heck yeah!
Neighborhood, upcoming neighborhoods, all of that. History, all of that.
Good stuff.
I tell you something that
working your face for.
No, I didn't compute what you were saying until after I made that face. It makes upcoming neighborhoods. But here's a little pop trivia. Like a lot. Pop.
Is the answer porn?
You're close, but no, like for instance, Outkast's original name was 2 Shades Deep. A lot of people don't know this, but me and Fresh originally used to write for a rap magazine. Yes. Except that Fresh actually got invited to an actual fucking rap show for that rap magazine that I didn't get invited to.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
I got invited, but
you got invited, but you couldn't do it, and you gave them my name, and he hit me up to do it.
I was a contributing writer to Rockstar magazine here locally with Austin Hot Mods. I did like a monthly tips and advice column and stuff like that, where it was like, oh, having problems with your guitar sound? Check out these tips.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
It was. I love working for the rap magazine because the guy that ran it, one of the guys that ran it is now like over South by
Southwest, the music portion.
So shout out to him.
Nice.
Yeah, we have that plug.
But Fresh kind of got spoiled by them because Fresh got to write like articles about like events and stuff. They gave me music reviews. I hate music reviews. I don't want to listen to whole albums because I hate. They just said, I was listening to so-and-so. I'm like, they suck, but just listen to it anyway. I'm like, oh, fuck it, hate. But it worked out for the best.
I don't know, but I had to review an entire show, and it was Bun B and Big Crit. It was the first time that they had performed together. It was in San Antonio. First off, I had to figure out a way to get to Austin.
San Antonio.
I had to figure out a way. The guy said he lived in Buda. He lives in Buda. So he was like, if you can get to Austin, I can pick you up and we can go to San Antonio. So I was at school at Prairie View, and I had to figure out, I have to get from Prairie View to Austin. And so...
Which is a Texas minute for those of you that don't know.
Yeah.
That's about an hour and a half.
A little over that, depending on how fast you're driving.
Yeah.
And I had to catch Greyhound from Prairie View all the way to Austin, and he met me at the bus station, and then we went from Greyhound station all the way to San Antonio. And then I had
No.
with B Hobbs.
Oh, I met you in San Antonio once. We shot that music video.
Yeah. Quit booking people on the face on your phone and listen.
Talking to Tia, she's talking shit about Fresh, but continue.
Okay. I'm sure she is.
I want to know why Tia isn't on the app listening to the show.
She is listening to it.
Yeah, she's listening.
I told her to fucking comment. She did? What'd she say?
She's hurtful.
What'd she say in the comments? I can't see.
I don't see any comments.
Oh, I told her to fucking comment. She's a home
Tia, comment.
And you better not be watching Shameless without me. I swear to God, Tia, I would choke in your sleep. But continue.
Oh my God, that's violent.
But anyway,
I have that on tape.
Long story short, I had to go through the entire process with them, from picking up money for the tickets that they were selling at all the spots that they were selling them at, sitting there watching all 18 to 25, 35 opening acts they had on the show, and a lot of them sucked.
Oh yeah,
a lot of them sucked. A lot of them, I was like, "What is this? Who? Why?"
Heading up to the sound guy with their CD in their 10 minutes.
Oh my God! And then I had to write an entire review encompassing all of that all the way up until Crit and Bun got on stage.
Yeah,
and that was probably the toughest things that I had to do. But from there, I did actually get to write a review of Fatal Fort the very next year.
That's cool.
And I was able to get in Fatal Fort without having an RSVP and all that. And I got people in that weren't supposed to be in.
Nice.
I mean, this is Chris. Not want to know this, but I ran into your cousin CJ. It was for Christmas. I was walking.
Yeah, he told me he saw you
in my mom's apartments.
Yeah.
Did I tell you what he said when he saw me? Keep in mind, I'm with my mom, my little brother, and I think at the time my oldest daughter.
No, he didn't.
I'm not knocking because I love CJ.
He probably did tell me, but I just don't remember. And
CJ pulled his car up next to me with my family and said, "What's up, goddammit?" I said, "Yo."
Look,
CJ ignorant as hell.
Look,
hey man.
Look. My cousin is
funny when he ignorant as
my
shit.
cousin is very ignorant, and he does not care who's around to witness his ignorance.
I was like, "Hey, what's up, CJ? I'm with my family." "Oh, that's what's up." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, and he's very loud. I remember South by Southwest 2011.
CJ funny as shit.
South by Southwest 2011. We went to some show at Moody Theater. And we did the whole, RSVP on Facebook or RSVP at the website, and you'll get in. So when we got up there, we were like, we RSVP, and they were like, well, we don't see you all on the list. And so a rap group, Riders of the Storms, shout out to them, they got us into the show. And so we were in there, we got our little drink tickets or whatever, and we were at the bar. My cousin doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. So he gave me one drink ticket, and he gave somebody else another drink ticket. So as we were in there having our drinks and all of this and watching the little art show and the music performances, he was as loud as you can imagine. And he was, "This is what's up. I'm enjoying this. All these niggas up here. I feel good." And I'm like, "Man, hey, man." He's like,
"He's back."
Man, what? Man, fuck these white people, man. I'm up in here. I was like, I'm never going anywhere else with you ever.
CJ is cool as shit. CJ's one of those people that he doesn't know how to control the volume of his voice.
The filter's clogged.
There's no volume.
It's been bypassed.
It's funny as shit. I tell you that time when you had your second freshman shoot, I walked up there with my ex that time. He's like, "Yo, You fucking my cousin? I'm like, yes. He's like, okay. Like, what the hell?
That's what's up. That's cool. That's cool.
Like, damn, CJ.
To be honest, and granted, he gets it very honest. He gets it very honest. My family is very, very loud.
Nothing wrong with
Not
that.
to be stereotypical, but we're black, so we are loud automatically. So he's loud.
Yeah.
He means well. He means well. But yeah, sometimes he just doesn't know how to control it. But
as we say in Texas, bless his heart.
Yeah, bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Tia said she commented. We can't see what he said. I can't see my glasses from high school.
Oh yeah, she did comment.
Tia.
She wasn't talking
that
shit.
Was a good quote, Fresh. What was the quote?
And yes, I'm watching Shameless without you confused.
Oh damn!
Spoiler-
You got dissed.
spoiler alert.
She's watching that show with that
fucking
chick.
would. She's not watching. She knows better.
Wait,
than
what quote did I say that was good?
that. What?
I don't know.
I don't know. She said good quote, Fresh. What quote?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. She said something about 2017 was the year of the revamp. That's what you said.
Reboot.
No,
You said
oh God,
revamp.
yeah.
You said revamp.
Revamp, reboot, whichever. But it's
So,
absolutely true.
okay. Outside
It's
of
absolutely
outside
true.
of the reason why we're here, we can talk like friends. Is anybody? What movies are you guys excited about this year?
This year? It's a movie.
What the fuck excites you about this year? Okay, first of all, let's get out the way,
started.
Chris. You're having your son this year. That's
Yeah.
you're clearly shitting on everybody.
Oh yeah.
You got
That's
3
the best
already, so
blessing.
it
Well, I
can't
was
be-
very excited.
I still
about,
love children.
You're ahead
I
of
was
the
very
game.
excited about Rogue One.
You liked it? Did you see it?
I did see it over Christmas.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
very good.
Yes,
I
it
enjoyed
was.
it very much.
Yes, it was.
I
I contend it was better
I
than
almost
Force
broke Tia's
Awakens.
arm during it.
Yeah, I thought it was better than Force Awakens.
Okay, I'm not alone then.
Yeah,
Which I've been seeing that online.
Force Awakens was good, but it wasn't.
good.
I don't know. I thought that there were some parts where it kind of went on for a little while. You know,
I'm not saying Force Awakens was bad, but I just
Y'all
feel
were
like-
just excited about Darth Vader at the end of Rogue One. Get the fuck
No,
out of
it
here.
was a good movie.
I almost broke
Yeah.
Tia's arm that happened. She'll tell you.
yeah.
When he came out there, I grabbed Tia's arm. She's like, "Ow!" I said, "Shut up, shut up."
Look, the
I'm
white
so
people,
excited.
the white people that were sitting next to me in the movie theater were ready to get me up out of there because I was making all kind of noises and gestures with stuff, and I was like, "Oh, let's get it!
Like,
oh, I'm
look,
in there!
and-
Yeah, Vader!"
And Chris probably would agree with this. Like we told Jack, I said you have after seeing what Darth Vader did in those 5 minutes, that let you really know that in Empire Strikes Back he was playing with Luke. He said, "Look, I'm not trying to really fight you. I can easily kill you right now.
Yeah, I will destroy you.
I'm
dude.
trying to have a conversation, but you won't stop throwing that
Especially
laser
after
at
he
me."
took off
Stop
Luke-
it!
yeah.
Stop!
Please
Stop!
Stop.
Seriously,
I'm not
man.
trying to hurt you. Okay,
Want to
you
tell you a little something? Some big news. Chill out.
You don't want to
It's
harm,
okay.
do you?
It's okay. Calm down.
You're trying to make
Calm
me
down.
hurt you.
Calm down.
Okay, I'm going to hurt you. Take
All right.
your arm off.
Yeah.
Now stop before I kill you.
Shut up and listen.
Just like a dad.
Just like kids.
Just like a dad. Just like a dad.
Because you see, he didn't
I didn't want to whip your ass.
But you
God
made
damn
me.
it.
Look what you made me do.
Look what
While
you made
hitting
me
you.
do.
I've heard that before.
Which clearly, and that lets you know, right? Because you see, he didn't hesitate with Obi-Wan. He said, "You know what, Obi-Wan? As soon as you put your lightsaber, ah!"
Yeah. Whap.
But yeah, I like Rogue One. It's funny. Did you read the news that Force Awakens was the 10th highest grossing movie of 2016?
Oh, wow.
Really?
How much money that movie made? You damn right it was.
Yeah.
And then Civil War is the official highest grossing movie of last year.
Oh, wow.
It passed Finding Dory.
And I liked Civil War, but I'm not going to say that I was like a huge fan. It didn't, I don't know. I guess it didn't just like snatch me up
I like
like
it.
some of the others
It
have.
snatched me up.
You know,
Yeah, it got me.
I'm looking forward to New Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm really looking forward
That's
to
at
that.
the top of my most anticipated list.
Yeah, you know, I can't wait to see where we go with the Infinity Story in the Marvel Universe right now.
I don't think the Infinity
It's going to be super fun.
Be in Guardians. I think
it's going to be Thor.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it's going to be tying all of them together.
I'm
like
interested in
Doctor
seeing-
Strange and Amy just cued in on that the other day because my brother. I think y'all might have seen it. I don't know. You might
we
have seen it
saw
on Facebook. The big ass Thanos' glove. I've got
I saw
the
that.
Infinity Gauntlet in the
I missed
studio.
that.
Yeah, it's sweet.
How did I miss that?
It's dope. I've got a picture of it
How did
somewhere.
I miss that?
I'll have to find
But,
it. It's in the podcast studio, not here in the home
I'm interested
studio.
in seeing Thor Ragnarok. I want to see because
I want to see how they bring Hulk about
I
in
do,
it.
'cause
He's supposed to
clearly-
have a huge role in it.
Yeah, it's not going to be anything like the comic book Ragnarok. So
Yeah.
I really am interested in what story they tell with this with Valkyrie
I got a prediction.
and Hell.
Okay.
and all
What's going
that.
to happen is
Lay it on
the
me.
first 20 minutes is going to be Thor. He's in a gladiatorial type combat.
Like all of them.
And then he's going to go through each opponent, and the last opponent's going to be the Hulk, and they're going to look at each other and it'll be like, and Hulk's going to say something like, "You, my old friend," and then punch Thor in the face, which is exactly like it was in the
Planet Hulk
when Hulk fought through all the opponents, and at the end, the last person to fight was Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer said to him, "Hey, basically, we used to be friends," and just slapped the shit out of Hulk.
Well, I've heard that Thor's role in this movie will be very Planet Hulkish.
Yeah.
I think that's probably just the beginning of the movie, because if Hela's the main villain, who is basically the Queen of Death, who I'm assuming is going to have the Soul Stone, the last stone.
Yeah.
It's going to be about Thor and Hulk and Doctor Strange. He said he's supposed to be going back to try to figure all that shit out.
I think I did read that Strange was going to be in it.
I mean, he was at the end of Doctor Strange. Thor was.
This is true.
He had that beard that refilled itself.
Yeah.
Which, that'd be the only power I needed. I don't need anything else. Give me that.
Yeah, and I love Doctor Strange. That was
a dope movie.
That was really, really well done. We
Trivia.
saw it in 3D.
Benedict Cumberbatch was the voice of Dormammu.
Dormammu?
Yeah, he was the voice of him.
That's not really trivia. You could have said who was.
Yeah.
Who else
I
did
said,
the voice?
what?
That's more of a statement.
I'm stealing my damn thunder, you son of a bitch. Doing that shit all day. Let me have my moments, goddammit.
Semantic motherfucker.
You son of a bitch. You know, a movie I tried to watch with Tia the other night, but she just didn't understand it. It was like turned off completely. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Really?
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
That movie's funny as shit.
I watched
I watch that frequently on my flights to Vegas.
It comes on Stars all the
That's
time.
when we saw that.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp was high as shit. My favorite part was when he was in the casino when everybody turned into lizards.
Yeah.
That movie made
They didn't know they were going to eat us.
Yeah.
After watching that movie,
God.
that movie made me want to see the movie. What was the movie where Johnny Depp was in like Cuba or somewhere about the rum, bootlegging rum? It came out recently, like 2015.
Oh,
or 14.
yeah.
I can't think of the name of it.
I can't either.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas made me want to like look for that movie and watch it.
Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge proponent of drugs, like down with dope, up and hope, but I want to do some mushrooms with these eggs, though.
I'm not a drug guy.
Yeah.
I want someone to just, like, yeah.
I found my vice. Alcohol's my vice. I'm
And
sticking
sex,
with it.
alcohol and sex is your vice.
This is true.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of vices.
I don't either.
I don't.
As I take this sip from this beverage.
That's right.
Which show that I'm sure somebody's spitting.
You know, it really comes down to the technical definition of vice. Like, if it's something that is, like, impeding your life, I find that to be a vice. I don't find
Well, then I have no vices.
anything that I have or do.
I have a huge drinking
as
problem.
part of my... It's all right.
With that definition there, Chris, I have no vices then because I don't think any... The two that I say I have are impeding my life.
Okay, I'll say this. I didn't get to answer my question. The movie I'm excited the most about this year is probably, I Am Your Negro.
Oh, the James Baldwin.
James Baldwin.
Yeah. I'm very excited about that since it's based off the book from James Baldwin.
That and
and
Homecoming Spider-Man would be my two.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I mean, you guys know I spuriously read some modern comics, stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of especially the Spider-Man Homecoming art style.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. So I didn't really get into a lot of the modern comics.
I'm excited
I'm excited for Logan.
I think that's
excited for
good
Logan.
shit.
I think that's going to be good. I hope it's better than the last Wolverine movie.
I like the last one.
It was good.
The ending was decent.
I mean, it was good. But...
Jace.
Now I'll say, if we're going down the Wolverine trajectory, it was 10 times better than that first bullshit. That should happen.
Oh God,
it was
that was
tenfold
horrifying.
better.
God,
horrifying.
I've said it numerous times that I don't acknowledge that first Wolverine, but I think that the fact that I think that the fact that Hugh Jackman took a paid cut to this movie could be rated R, and I'm hearing through the grapevine that he had a huge involvement in the overall development of this film. If you notice, anytime Fox lets the actors and directors and producers of the movie do what they want to, because aka Deadpool, then you get a better movie.
What's pissed me off is literally just the utter softball pitch of Weapon X. The utter softball pitch in all of the movies across the board. Even in the last Eric Vargas. What's up? How you doing, guy? Shout out to Houston over there.
And Tia said I almost peed my pants during that scene. You damn right I almost peed my pants when Darth Vader came out. I screamed in the movie theater. But I mean, because, like you said with the Weapon X Wolverine thing, I just got tired of seeing Wolverine stab people with no blood on his claws. I'm like, what the hell is this about?
Like
Like even in the X-Men Apocalypse, every time they show blood, it'd be like
Yeah.
It'd be like he cut somebody, another scene, and blood on the wall. I'm like, what?
We can't see a squirt.
Like,
Yeah.
But I think Logan is going to be great. It's funny. Okay.
I think it's going to be grittier than most.
It better
It
fucking
may
be.
be if
I
it's
hope
rated
so.
R.
I hope so.
I got to go into comic book mode because we haven't done those damn comic book guys so long. I got so much built up in comic book news.
Because, I mean, I'll say hands down, probably my favorite movie of 2016 was Deadpool.
That's a good argument. That was
Hands
a great
down.
fucking movie.
It is a good
That
argument.
was a great. If you know,
It
what,
is
to be
my
fair,
go-to movie for like my 2.5 hour long flights for travel for work
That's a
and
good
stuff
movie.
like that.
That was a
Yeah.
lot funnier than I thought it would be. When we first saw
it was just so well done.
I was like, wow, this is.
Yeah, I was like, this is genuinely.
really did it.
And
What do
even
y'all
when I
think-
watched it over, I still laughed as if I
it's
didn't
still
see
funny.
it before.
We
yeah.
just watched a horrifying movie today, and it had Stephen Lang in it. And it's
Don't Breathe?
interesting. What's that?
Don't breathe.
No, it was Gridlocked.
I've never seen it.
Gridlocked.
I do want to see Don't Breathe. Though. I heard Don't Breathe
That's
was
good.
good.
I heard Don't Breathe was good as well. Yeah, you know, actors are only as good as the writing in the script.
That's true.
When the writing's for crap, it's like, come on.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen.
But yeah, well,
Look, okay, first of all, before
He
y'all say
also
anything,
just
stop
can't-
jumping on Hayden Christensen. We know he sucks. That's like jumping on a mentally disabled person.
you know, there is one
him alone.
thing.
He
There is,
tried.
there is one
But Jace.
thing. There is one thing that he got right, and that is the fact that other than Leia, every dude in the Skywalker bloodline is a whiny, pissy little bastard. He nailed that.
Holy shit. I said, okay, look, I said this. Listen to my point. Darth Vader
Other
clearly...
than Leia.
Darth
Every
Va-
dude, like,
Darth Vader-
even Luke, like, I want to go to Tachi Station and pick up some power converters. Dude, you live in the fucking desert. You might need to harvest some water today, you jackass.
You are a
Fuck
moisture
Tachi
farmer.
Station.
Fuck your blue milk.
Yeah.
But
What the fuck?
why do you have milk in the desert? This is not sustainable. Source of
This was the wrong choice. Ugh.
Have you ever ran with the milk before, you dumbass? You trying to die? But no, listen. You're not wrong. I've never thought of it like that. But
Yeah. Every one of them.
think of it like this. Darth Vader always had a dry sense of humor. And the theory was that maybe Hayden Christensen was actually playing the exact role Darth Vader was always going to be because he never... Darth Vader was the type of guy to make a joke and never laugh at it. Just look at everybody else and make sure they laugh at it first. And so...
Don't choke on your
Your
aspirations.
aspirations. I'm like, that sounds like something exactly Hayden Christensen would say.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to be fair, Hayden Christensen did suck balls. But...
Yeah.
I tell you, I was lost in Revenge of the Sith when Padme told him. He said, "Why do you glow?" And she said, "I'm glowing because I'm in love." And he said, "I'm in love with you more." I'm like, "Who wrote this?" George Lucas. Why? George Lucas. Why? No script supervisor. Nobody's like, "Yeah, this sounds like a Hallmark card for a 6-year-old. You might want to change that."
Yeah.
But it just, damn. Yeah, oh well, it was suck. But we got Rebels. Rebels is coming back on. They're bringing back old Ben Kenobi.
Yeah.
Him and Darth Maul gonna fight again.
Yeah.
And he better fucking kill Darth Maul. 'Cause Darth Maul's literally hanging on to the thread of his needle by a storyline at this point.
Yeah.
He's hanging on by the wires of his robotic legs.
Yeah.
He ain't got the damn legs. Yeah, but 2017. It's on the 20th, Trump becomes president.
Yeah.
GOP is already pulling out the stops. They voted to repeal Obamacare.
Yes.
They said they're going to defund Planned Parenthood. There's a Kentucky sheriff that said he's going to try to get inmates to build the wall in Mexico.
No, that was Massachusetts, yo.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Not even surprised. Not even surprised.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The
No.
Republicans are like,
and you shouldn't be.
I'm not.
Republicans are acting like poor people that won the lottery. Like, holy shit, we can do whatever we want now. That's fuck it. Whatever we ever want, let's just do it. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Let's just do it. Let's build a UFO. Fuck it. That's just whatever. Nobody's gonna stop us. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm kind of nervous about it. It sucked. The last time we were here was the election. It was just so dark and dismal.
It was. The show was a little rough at the end. Yeah.
It's funny
It was a
because
little frazzled.
Tia kept looking at me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm looking at these results. No, I'm not okay. I don't think this is gonna play out like we think it is."
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. 2017 will be interesting. I don't know.
I'm going to say, to lighten up the mood, I'm looking forward to Wonder Woman. Simply for the fact
It's going to be fun.
I want DC to win. I throw a lot of shots and talk a lot of shit about DC and Warner Brothers, but I really want them to get their universe together.
I want them to be able to pull up to bat and do something good. Number one, like, I'd be interested to see another Batman movie. What I'd really be interested to see is a Batman movie without 25 minutes of how fucking Batman came to be.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Well, my thing with it is that stop fucking shoehorning heroes in there to try to give fan service.
Yeah.
You know, like we said with Wonder Woman and BVS, she didn't need to be in there.
Yeah.
You just put her in there because you wanted everybody to get excited about it. Because whatever DC fans, it's the Trinity, it's the Trinity, it's the Trinity. I'm like, but what Wonder Woman? What was the point of her doing it? And some guy got mad at me the other day because I said I have a feeling the Wonder Woman movie is going to be a better version of the first Thor. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, you have a character that is related to a god.
Mythical.
Yep.
You have a character that has never had human interaction except for some weird sidekick that comes out that probably becomes a love interest, which is Natalie Portman, and it's going to be Chris Pine. You have a hero
Which
that
happened in the book was just like Thor and Jane Foster.
Exactly.
That's
you have
right.
a hero that comes to Earth and starts interacting with humans and gains their humanity. And there's rumors that Ares is going to be the person she fights, and Ares is the son of Zeus, who and Wonder Woman is also the son of Zeus. So you have siblings fighting, just like Thor and Loki.
Daughter of Zeus.
Exactly. So you have siblings fighting, which is just like Thor and
This
Loki.
just might be the better version of Thor.
Yeah. I hope it's the better version
The better
of Thor.
female version of Thor.
I hope it's the better version of fucking Thor. So
when you really look at it, I mean, Wonder Woman, Thor.
Well, and you know, really, my defense of the Thor movies is the fact of, as opposed to any other character in the Marvel universe, he's an actual character.
yeah.
Like Thor exists.
Yeah, he is an actual Norse.
Yeah,
Well, he
like
has
there's
his
an
own
actual mythology that
Right,
has
yeah.
to be followed, and there's some stuff that you can take liberties with, and there's
and
some
they do.
stuff that you can't.
And they do.
Oh, they definitely take the
'Cause there is an
liberties of the
actual-
Rainbow Bridge and everything
There
else,
is an
and where it
actual
can go
comic book
and what it
based
can
off
do.
of the Norse mythology of Thor called Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who publishes it, but
Publishes what?
the comic book
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok that is actually based off the Norse mythology of
yeah.
Thor and all of that.
Marvel.
I read it one day in Dragon's Lair.
I don't know. I need to call fucking CGC.
Yeah, I do too, and get my stuff back.
They got my first appearance of Galactus and Venom. I need to get that shit back. But
Damn, son.
Yeah, they got my first appearance of the Black Panther. I really need that back.
Right?
yeah. But no, I mean, 2017 would be interesting.
Yeah, Black Panther's coming out in 17, isn't it?
18.
18? Is it
Next
18?
year.
They
Okay.
start shooting this month. I think.
Okay.
It's funny because me and Fred, I always joke with Fred. I'm like, these movies start shooting like a year and a half before, but they take maybe 3 months to shoot like actual footage, and then it takes another year to do the special effects.
Yeah,
Visual effects.
And when you look at the credits, like half the credits are all special effects. All this
Yeah,
stuff
they're
worked
all
on.
renderers and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I was watching Jurassic World last night. I'm like, yo, this. I like the movie. It was a good movie. It was a
That
lot
was
of
the third
fun.
one, right? Oh, the
Jurassic World.
I mean, the one with Chris Pratt.
You stupid son of a bitch. What do you mean? It's the Jurassic Park 3. Clear
You have to talk to me so harsh, man.
It had Frank Gallagher in Jurassic Park 3.
That's right, he was Frank.
You ruined him for me, by the way. William H. Macy can never be anybody else except for Frank
Gallagher.
Yeah.
I only look at him as Frank Gallagher now.
Just like Bryan Cranston's going to be Walt for a long time until he finally gets on Breaking Bad.
Yeah, right?
And you know what I still call Idris Elba? Look at Stringer.
Right?
Look at Stringer from The Wire. Don't trust him, he's Stringer. So, but yeah, I'm excited for 2017.
I am. 2017.
As long as I can go through with no more kids, I'm good.
2017 is going to be a good year, man. It's going to be a good one. I'm calling it now. There's a lot of things in the works for all of us sitting at the table.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be a very prosperous year for all of us.
I think so.
Prosperous, you big word bastard.
I passed my. I got 1130 on my SAT.
I got a 1350.
Way to go!
Good for you guys.
And I did it. I was bullshitting with it. I didn't even go to college.
I fell asleep.
I did it, and I got it back. My mom was she's like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Hey, you told me to do it, so."
You told me to take it, and I took it.
But yeah, I didn't go to college.
No, and look at us now.
I still got 3 kids. I love my kids though. See, when you have a son, it's funny. My oldest is a daughter, Cyan, and first no Cyan. But my oldest son is literally. If I had to pick somebody who matches my personality, it'd be him.
Yes, it is. Most definitely.
So he
To a T.
Yeah.
he is. Oh man, I don't know. He's an asshole. I love him to death, but he's a little asshole.
He is you as I envision that is how you were as a child.
He just questions everything. He not in a good way, just like why do I have to do this? But it's
Well, he's curious. He's at the age where he's curious. So yeah.
February. Oh, that's Tia. Tia's obsessed with Black Panther. She just every time I find Black Panther, I got sent to her. She's like, "Why are they not shooting yet?" She wants it to come out tomorrow, but
I mean, I want to come out tomorrow, but I'm gonna hold off to 2018 so I can watch the value. Rise.
You know, I would say that Black
Bubble
Panther is going to
on
be probably one of the highest grossing movies of 2018, but Avengers 3 comes out.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah,
you're not beating when they finally meet Thanos. You're not beating.
This
Thanos.
is for you, Eric Rogus. There you go, buddy. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for where the Marvel Universe is going to begin with. I called it years and years ago when they started assembling all of these character lines and everything else. I was like, this is leading to the Infinity Gauntlet. Like, eventually, this will be like the Infinity War, or they're going to do like some new Secret War or something like that. And yeah. I'm happy to see him taking it on. I'm interested to see how they take on the storyline. I'm very glad to see that it's Disney Studios that's producing that story.
Because Disney knows how to tell a good story. Fuck what anybody has to say about
Disney
that.
last year made more money than any other movie studio in history.
Didn't they do that in 2015 as well?
They made what, $7 billion?
Yeah, they made $7 billion in 2016.
Yeah, it's
that's insane.
It is insane.
I gotta get stock.
But go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say it's just interesting to me because being such an X-Men fan and stuff like that, I'm a little disappointed in the quality of some of the X-Men movies that have been produced by Fox and stuff like that. I wish that we could get the rights released. I wish they would let it go.
Let that happen.
You know, same with Spider-Man.
Well, with Spider-Man, that's all Sony had. Fox has X-Men and Fantastic Four, and Fox is probably like, we're not doing that.
And speaking of Fox and X-Men, I am looking forward to
Legion
next month when it hits FX. So I'm looking forward to that. The trailers and the TV spots are getting me excited and having me really interested in sitting down and watching this show.
For me, in X-Men, I was reading somebody was talking about X-Men Apocalypse. X-Men Apocalypse has got a lot of flack. Rightfully so, because it was not the best movie it could have been. But I think with X-Men Apocalypse
was a little.
She had like 5 lines.
Well, she was a little chunky.
Yeah, it wasn't what I wanted. But I think what fucked it up was that they tried to make that movie too much like a episode of the animated series from the 90s. Yeah. Like, you can get away with that on a cartoon, but a movie, like, you can get... In a cartoon, you can get away with introducing as many characters you want to and not really explaining it, but a movie, you like... You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just throw Psylocke in. You can't just throw Angel in.
Well, and the thing is, you can't just softball pitch an Apocalypse.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't softball pitch Apocalypse.
I told you, I think I told you when we first did the show, Apocalypse to me was more of a pimp than he was a villain, because he just basically convinced them. Yeah. Instead of being like, look, I will fucking kill you if you don't. I'm more powerful than everybody here. It's more like, hey, I can give you more powers. Follow me. I'm good looking. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you can do more. You can do more than him, but. And then you shoehorn Wolverine in there just to get everybody happy, which was dope to see. But it was kind of like, if you didn't put him in here, what difference would it have done?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then you had Jennifer Lawrence sitting there just basically phoning it in. Like, I could tell what she was doing. And she was like, I'm just here because they're paying me. Yeah. I don't want to be here, but.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I mean, it was all right. I'm going to say this. It was much better and much less disappointing than, and mainly because it went into Uncanny.
Yeah, it did.
You know, it went a little bit more into Uncanny, which I'm about. I liked Uncanny X-Men. I was also a huge X-Men fan, but the one that really got me was freaking Days of Future Past, dude. That one was like somebody just literally like I woke up and somebody stole my kidney. It was like, what the? Yeah, that's how I felt.
I like Days of Future Past.
That's how I felt.
That was my favorite.
That was good.
What the hell happened to Bishop? He got like 5 minutes of screen time.
Fuck Bishop and that Jerry Curl. Fuck Bishop.
Dude, I can understand. You could lose
Bishop
the Jerry
was also
Curl, whatever.
In Jurassic World.
But
black guy.
But I mean, the thing is, Days of Future Past is utterly about Bishop. It's utterly about Bishop and it's utterly about Cable. I mean, those are the two main characters that were... And then there was Forge. He was the one that was, like, in both times...
Well, I think,
that was able to get people back and forth. And he wasn't even there.
Had they done the original Days of Future Past, we would have been stuck with Ellen Page as one of our lead characters. She was the main one going back and forth, and nobody wants to see a movie.
I didn't want to see Kitty Pryde. I'm sorry, I don't care a shit.
They're not going to... The studio's not going to sit back and say, you know, we have Ellen Page and we have Hugh Jackman. Let's just go to Ellen Page. They're like, no, fuck it. Hugh Jackman. But, Apocalypse...
Cat's named after Kitty Pryde.
Apocalypse, I think, was fucked up, and this is what...
Sorry, don't like her.
But I think with Apocalypse, you know,
Fridays to me is what Jubilee is.
when you start, Days of Future Past was a Chris Claremont title.
Yes.
But when you go into
Yes, it
what
was.
Apocalypse wasn't. But you started pulling different elements from the Chris Claremont run. So you basically said, okay, we're going to take the story that Chris Claremont perfected and do our own spin on it. But Chris Claremont's stories didn't need to be changed. They were already good as they were.
Yeah.
See, you know, I'm going to say
How do you feel of the possibility of the Dark Phoenix saga being taken on? Because
don't have faith in it, man.
good God, thank you.
I don't have faith in it.
I'm so glad I'm not by
Because
myself.
it's not a story that you can tell in one movie. And I think they're going to try to do it in one movie.
Oh no,
Because
no! I
if
think
you-
they're trying to do it in more than one, but
they
because
did.
they basically once again softball pitched one of the most epic fucking storylines in X-Men history.
Like you gave the X-Men 3 movie two different antagonists next to the Phoenix. The Phoenix doesn't need another antagonist.
Yeah,
That's all you need. Just like the Joker in Dark Knight. You didn't need Two-Face in there. Joker
Yeah.
was enough of a villain to carry that movie. But the rumors I'm hearing is that New Mutants is going to be the main focus for right now.
That's what
which
hearing.
I'm all for
Okay.
because you can just basically restart and do they say James McAvoy might be Professor X again.
I saw that
I
post
did read
today
that.
on Comic Book Guys.
But I do think that
and gals.
yeah,
Is
shout out
the
to Alicia.
Facebook group-
Gotta
is the
hear her damn
Facebook
mouth.
group.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yori.
But I think that they need to. Fox just needs to look at Marvel because Marvel has done basically and to give
Everybody needs to look at Marvel.
well, what Marvel's done, and it's funny because Marvel
Imagine that.
Marvel basically reels in fans by naming their movies after famous comic books, but not doing anything related to the story.
Age of Ultron.
Civil War, Ragnarok, they don't do anything related to the story at all.
But
Yeah.
although I'm waiting for Ragnarok to drop this year, so
Do you have that issue still?
I do have that issue still.
So
I have Thor Ragnarok.
I have,
issue, so I'm looking forward to it.
I had to go through my collection again. I forgot I had that Howard the Duck 13 with the first appearance of Kiss in a comic book that's worth a lot of money.
Nice.
You bought that at the convention, didn't
At
you?
the convention when I was drunk as shit.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. But,
Hell yeah.
So I got my 238.
That's a whole other story. But I think that Fox needs to, take a step back and redo it. And Hugh Jackman is kind of throwing little hints that he might still be Wolverine. Because Ryan Reynolds been throwing out that, Wolverine in the Deadpool movie would be good. And then Hugh Jackman's like, yeah, that would be a good idea. I might do it. Like, you...
Didn't Ryan Reynolds come out and say, like, Deadpool might pop up in Logan?
Well,
or something?
and
No, they
that's
shut that down.
That's one of the reasons I brought up Stephen Lang because he was one of the people that was pitched
To be Cable.
to be Cable.
I think he'd be a good Cable.
I think he'd be
He
a
said
great
he wanted
Cable.
He wanted to be like he was all
Yeah.
for it and wanted
Oh,
to be
yeah.
But they said the studio wanted, what's that guy's name? He was in The Kingdom with Jamie Foxx. He's like a pretty boy guy.
Oh, I have no
I
idea.
don't,
The studio wanted him, but Ryan Reynolds didn't. And so that's why that
Oh.
director, Tim Miller, was like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I kind of figured that.
But Deadpool, I think it's supposed to start shooting in the next couple of months, but I don't think I haven't heard any news about it. But I will say this:
Gambit.
as much Gambit's out of there. But as much money as Deadpool made, Fox is going to find a way to get that movie in production. And
Yeah,
they're going
most
to.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to let that. They're not going to do it like a Fantastic Four. Like, whenever y'all are ready, they're like, no, we're doing this shit now. Get it together.
Yeah. Yeah, figure it out.
Most definitely, I definitely see that. I don't see them trying to pussyfoot around with Deadpool, especially seeing the success that it made in 2016.
Yeah,
I
it
definitely
made a
don't see them
huge
trying to-
splash, and it was incredibly well done. It was incredibly true to the story. It was incredibly true to the character in the comic.
It was funny because first of all, I said this. A lot of people say, well, this movie was, like you just said, was true to the comic books, and it was. But Deadpool was never that goddamn graphic in the comic books. He didn't cuss. He didn't have like homosexual sex. He didn't. But I mean that movie really.
Homosexual sex. Where did he have homosexual sex?
When his girlfriend used that dildo on him.
Oh.
When he was bent over.
I don't know if that'd be homosexual.
Yeah,
There's not a dude there.
Adjacent.
That's called plugging.
Oh God. But I think. But
Come on, Mr. Porn.
I think the movie though. I think
we just found Confucius's line as far as porn's concerned.
I'm all for gay sex as long as it's two women and a man. But don't do the other shit. But I think
I ain't into that funny shit.
But I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'll say this too. I was going to end it with something else, but fuck, I forgot. I forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, I'm excited for what.
If you want your executive producer all in the videos, no, all in the song. Come to Death Row.
Come to Death Row.
Oh, well, Tupac is going to be the first solo rap artist inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Did this movie come out this year?
I think it does, yes.
Oh, wow.
I don't think it's going to be that good.
I saw an argument on Facebook. Well, no, it was an article that stated 5 reasons why LL Cool J should be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before Tupac. And people went up in arms. And I was like, I'm kind of with the article. I didn't read the article to see the 5 reasons, but I saw the headline and I was just the title. And I was
LL
just like,
Cool J. LL Cool J was on the radio while he was still dancing with friggin' Digital Underground.
Yeah, I was like, why is that people were up in arms and mad, but I was like, do y'all not know what LL Cool J has done in his entire tenure, like his entire career?
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing for LL Cool J to be the first solo rap artist into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I will agree. I do agree, though. I think LL Cool J should have been there before Tupac.
But but when stuff like that happens and people go all up in arms, that lets me know how big of a hip hop head and fan you actually are than you proclaim to be. Because if you were really as deep into it as you said, you wouldn't have an issue with LL Cool J, the man who crowned the phrase GOAT. He had a whole album named GOAT.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, he don't need to be in there. Tupac need to be in there before him. Really?
Yeah.
The dude was like 17.
Now, LL Cool J was literally one of the catalysts of him and Beastie Boys of Def Jam. So, like...
Yeah.
Like, didn't he give him, like, their first platinum record?
LL Cool J?
Yeah.
I think it's Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys still, to this day, have the highest selling album ever on Def Jam. I think they sold like 9
Are they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I don't think Beastie Boys are.
They passed due.
License to Ill sold a lot of fucking
They passed due.
Yeah.
They passed.
I love License to Ill.
Yeah.
I like
it's
that
a great one.
I listened to it the other day on Apple Music.
We're playing that on Saturday. I'm playing LL. Who do you love?
3ATM3.
I was going to play Hey Love
That's the...
No, do that.
with Poison Man.
That song's kind of stalkerish.
It is stalkerish, not kinda. It's stalkerish.
I've been watching you. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I gotta get to what time is it?
It is
It's
9:36.
Take me back to watch Shameless for Tia falls asleep.
Oh.
What season are you on? You on 5, right?
5.
Where at 5?
Liv just had sex with his teacher.
Oh.
You watch Shameless, the show?
Spoiler alerts. No, I can't say I do.
It's a great fucking show, Chris. You should
Really?
watch
It's on
Shameless.
Netflix.
You would love.
Fresh put me onto it. I've been putting it off for so long, and I finally watched it, and I'm obsessed.
You would love Shameless.
Well, I will check into that.
William H. Macy gets robbed at the Emmys.
No. Emmy Rossum gets robbed at the damn Emmy. She is killing her acting.
Her too.
At least William H. Macy's been nominated. She doesn't get nominated for anything.
Well, this is true. This is true.
Bullshit. She's killing that role.
And she gets naked on the show quite frequently.
Oh.
Quite frequently. Like every other episode, she's naked.
I like naked.
She has a nice
I
ass.
do nudity.
And she has a nice ass. Not going to lie.
I will say I'm waiting for my Game of Thrones action.
We all.
Floppy wiener, floppy wiener, floppy wiener.
I can never hear that theme song and not
Every
think
time,
of
yeah, I
it.
think of it every time. Oh, I can't wait till game. And you know it's gonna be a short season this year.
Yeah.
Was it like what, 6 episodes?
Yeah, and
No,
they did
8.
the same thing with Walking Dead. They,
Yeah, except Walking Dead ratings are dropping like crazy.
yeah,
Because we saw Glenn died and we didn't want to care
Nobody
anymore.
ever gave a shit no more.
yeah.
But yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's the last of 2 seasons. I'm anxious to see how it all plays out. Mm-hmm. Oh shit! And HBO, and it's funny because HBO, like Game of Thrones, is what keeps HBO like at the pivotal of all paid programming. So
Now it's gonna be
I think they said
Yeah.
each episode's gonna be an hour and a half. You notice how Game of Thrones pull off, but nobody else can. HBO's like, yeah, whatever you need, just whatever, just stay on the air.
Yeah.
And they're
just
trying to
do
build
it.
up Westworld to be the next Game of Thrones.
I can see that. I can definitely
I have
watch
yet
it.
to see an episode of that, and I really want to because I love the old movie.
Nothing like the old movie.
It's nothing like the old movie.
Nothing like it.
Not
That show, what's going to happen is you're going to watch that show, and every week you'll be like, what the fuck is going on in this shit to the very end? Okay, that's what happened.
Okay.
That's what, it's see, the difference between that and Game of Thrones is Game of Thrones is just chaos and unpredictability, but Westworld is like controlled chaos. It's just about trying to figure out who the fuck is running everything.
Okay.
who the fuck is behind all of this shit.
Like somebody's doing something, and then Anthony Hopkins is in it, and it's just scary as shit. So.
And I'd physically be scared of Anthony Hopkins if I met him in person. Excuse me, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
He was knighted.
I'd be scared to meet him in real life because I don't know. I saw him in The Right and Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal.
Yeah.
And
Hannibal wasn't scary.
Yeah.
Just the voice. And how he said
He's Odin.
And he also falls asleep every other movie too.
He should.
In
Every other movie, he falls asleep every damn movie he's in.
In every movie.
Every Thor movie he's in, he's falling asleep.
He's fell into the Odin sleep.
Yeah.
Like just die.
Fell into the
Just
sleep
die.
of the All-Father.
Yeah.
And then after he said his contract, I'm not gonna be this whole movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. Let me go to sleep.
He reached the beginning and end of the script.
No, that's what Samuel Jackson does. Samuel Jackson says, "Am I at the beginning or the middle?" Okay, I'm cool.
Where the fuck am I? What the hell are these people doing on set? What scene are we doing?
What the fuck was that? I watched
Samuel L. Jackson.
Hateful Eight with
Oh yeah,
with T. I watched it before with you.
I still yet to see it.
I fell asleep like during the
It's like a Quentin Tarantino version of Clue
Okay.
with Samuel Jackson cussing and getting his dick sucked by another man.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm all about anything with Samuel L. Jackson just being Samuel L. Jackson.
He's definitely Samuel L. Jackson in this movie.
Damn right. Fucking right.
That's Kurt Russell in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Little
It's Kurt Russell,
action.
Samuel Jackson,
Okay.
The guy from Vice Principals, whose name I can't remember.
I can never remember his name. and he
Michael
played
Madsen. What's the guy from? He was
Michael
in Pulp
Madsen.
Fiction. He was in Pulp Fiction. He was in Incredible Hulk. He's British.
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth.
Because Michael Mann and Tim Roth.
He was also Mr. Orange.
in
Yeah.
In
because him
Reservoir
and Michael
Dogs.
Madsen
Yeah,
are
Reservoir
in
Dogs.
damn near every Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino's good for putting the same people in his shit. So.
Yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
know.
He likes working with the same,
Same people,
actors
yeah.
frequently.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah,
movie.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like a game of Clue. You're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
All right.
Channing Tatum's in it.
He does pop up in there.
Channing Tatum's in it.
Okay.
And what's old girl name? The chick who plays the only female in the movie. I can't remember her name. She got an Academy Award for the movie for her role.
No,
in the
she
movie.
didn't.
No, she got nominated. You're right. She got nominated.
So she didn't get nominated for shit. I mean, she didn't win shit.
Uma Thurman?
No.
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good for her.
She was good in the movie.
God, dude, I used to have such a crush on Jennifer Jason Leigh. Oh, my God. Fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High, son? Come on.
She was.
What's another movie that is
Her and
always
Phoebe
on?
Cates.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had. I wish I had Living in Stereo right now. I mean, or Moving in Stereo by the Cars. That's the song that Phoebe Cates pulls her top off to before Judge Reinhold just nuts one off in the bathroom and she finds him.
Fast Times at Ridgemont Time is another movie that is always fucking on.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's another movie
yeah.
Stars plays the shit out
Great.
of.
It's great.
You know, a movie I watch a lot now. Not watch a lot, but I've seen a few times. It's two movies: Vacation, which is the National Lampoon Vacation,
Sure.
the new one, and Trainwreck. You seen Trainwreck with
No,
Amy Schumer?
no, I have not.
Amy Schumer's not funny at all, except in this movie. That movie is funny as shit.
To be
Okay.
honest, I haven't seen anything else Amy Schumer has done but that movie.
Okay.
And that motherfucker, when he was, because it's about her, she works at a magazine and she has to interview this doctor for athletes, and it's Bill Hader is the doctor.
Okay.
And so it's about their relationship. But that part, when he was at that barbecue, he was named after athletes he knew.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, that's what's up. That's what he said. Alex Rodriguez, fuck that guy. They all got mad at her.
Because the movie takes place in New York.
Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
And
you
everybody likes him.
understand the disdain for Alex Rodriguez.
Well,
right.
we talked about that to other guys. And you see, should shot A-Rod.
Right.
Should shot Dave.
Nobody in New York like A-Rod.
Well, as we get ready to go out, let's kind of go around the table real quick. What would you say is one movie that you recommend to people that they have probably never seen? Go ahead, Fresh.
One
You're first.
movie that I would recommend to people that they have probably never seen. I am going to go with, and he's going to judge me, Into Deep.
What the fuck?
With LL Cool J and...
So fuck a plot then, I guess.
Yes, LL Cool J
No,
and
no.
Omar Epps. Look, this movie is not known for its great plot and dialogue, but hey, it has LL Cool J in it playing a dope dealer in Cincinnati, Ohio named God. That's all you need to know.
Strike one.
God licking his lips every
That movie
10
sucks.
seconds.
And he does. Oh, it was funny.
Every
It's
10
more
seconds.
funny than
Well,
it
it
is
doesn't suck.
compelling.
It's just one of those movies from the 90s. It's one of those gangster movies from the 90s
It
that
didn't age
clearly
well.
took itself too seriously.
It didn't
It
age
went over
well.
the goddamn
Yep.
top.
It didn't age well.
It didn't have no plot. But if I had to pick a movie, it was going to be Shame. which stars Michael Fassbender and Carey Mulligan. It was directed by Steve McQueen, who ended up doing 12 Years a Slave.
Okay, I got you.
It was about Michael Fassbender was a sex addict. It's kind of like American Psycho without the killing. You had sex with a bunch of people in there. What's the black chick from Sleepy Hollow? She was in there.
I have no idea.
I'm glad I have Wikipedia. Nicole Bihari?
Black chick from Sleepy Hollow.
Nicole Bihari.
Yeah.
Ask Siri real quick.
You know she
let's see what Siri says.
That chick.
Oh. I don't know who
Oh, you're talking about the show Sleepy Hollow. You're talking about the movie.
Yeah, no, fuck no. Christina Ricci? No.
Yeah.
With Johnny Depp. I was like,
but
I don't know.
that's a good movie. It's not even that long. It's like an hour and 10 minutes. But I really liked that movie. It like I said, he was a sex addict and he was so bad off that he was going to like gay clubs and getting his dick sucked. He just had to have sex.
He had to have. Wow.
He was on coke. He worked at like an ad agency too, but it was really and Carey Mulligan was his sister, and she had like I think a drug problem. And so he was trying to reel in his sex addiction and also trying to help his sister.
Now I'm kind of rethinking my choice.
And like I said, it was Steve McQueen, and he did 12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave was the next movie he did. So he went from making a movie about a sex addict to making a movie about a guy who was a slave for 12 years.
Shout out Steve McQueen.
So it was a really good movie. I don't know where I saw that, but there's a lot of sex in it. A lot of sex.
I'm really rethinking mine.
As well you should, because you really went in too deep. You son of a bitch.
I got one. And
Go
I think
for it.
you two are going to love this.
Paid in full.
No. Heat.
Hell
Al
yes.
Pacino?
And Robert De Niro.
That was a good movie. I can't.
Well, not just that.
And Val Kilmer.
Wait, he said movies nobody's ever seen. I'm not.
A lot of people haven't seen Heat because I've said it and they be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Well, their father, their dad's a man, so that makes the mother's a
I'm
man.
about to say that. That's a man.
Yeah, no, he.
A lot of people haven't seen
I
Heat
love
yet.
that movie. I love that, but I really love the soundtrack in that movie. The guy that did the music for that movie was just absolutely amazing. Very, very droning, intense, and yeah.
If you haven't seen Heat, look it up. It's not on Netflix, so don't look there.
Then your mother keeps you in the closet like Carrie.
Yeah.
But look it up, find it. Y'all need to watch Heat. Heat was a dope.
Yeah, I mean, well, dude, it had Danny Trejo. It had, like you said, Val Kilmer. It had
compliment.
It had John Voight.
He was okay in that movie.
John Voight was in that.
John Voight was in it.
You also had geez, God, I'm trying to remember his name.
You had the big names, Al Pacino and Bobby De Niro, and
but the guy that was on Rehab. Yeah. Jeez, I can't remember his name.
Rehab.
Yeah, he was on the show Rehab. He's played in a lot of movies. Anyway, can't remember his name offhand. You could probably just Google the cast of Heat. Yeah.
But yeah. Anybody that we didn't know, that'll be
Al
him.
Pacino, Robert De Niro, Tom Sizemore.
Okay, yeah.
Ashley Judd.
That was him.
Ashley Judd was in that.
Kevin Williamson, Ted Livia Johnson.
Yeah, you also had a very young Natalie Portman. In her second role right after
The Professional.
The Professional.
No, that Professional was hard to watch.
Yeah. And oh my God.
Really?
When he was having sex with a 13-year-old? Yeah, you're damn right it was hard to watch.
Okay, yeah, that was hard to watch. Yeah.
Goddamn right it was hard. Tone Loc was in it? Jeremy Bivens? Oh, shit.
The hell Professional are you talking about?
Ricky Harris was in there?
He was in there.
What
he was
the?
at the bank
I think we're talking about the Professional, also known as Leon, in the French version, where the dude's an assassin and Natalie Portman is like his young apprentice.
Yeah,
whose
you're
father,
right. She was 12.
Yeah. That was like her first role.
And he kind of.
I think you're getting the two confused.
That's still just shit.
I don't remember that he slept with her.
She was doing a lot of sensual shit in that movie.
She was. There was a little Lolita action type, tension in there, most definitely. But yeah,
I like Professional.
Yeah, I thought it was a great movie myself. For me, one that I recommend to people that they may not know, especially of an actor that they may not know, is Ricochet.
Whoa!
With Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington, John Lithgow.
Yeah.
Like, that movie is just, I mean, it's one of my go-tos, you know, just to have on in the background of life. I love that movie so much. It's such a twisted friggin' plot line that happens.
I think in my lifetime, I've probably only seen Ricochet maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But I the 2 or 3 times I've watched it, I enjoyed Ricochet.
Oh, yeah.
Ricochet was a good movie.
I love that movie. That movie, Glory, you know, that's a big one for me. I love that movie as well, and not a lot of people are aware of that one.
Yeah.
Which is odd because it was like, if I'm not mistaken, Denzel's first Academy Award nomination. I think he may have won.
I might have the Wikipedia
for that movie. But
I think he got one for Glory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Glory came right after that.
Right.
Yeah. And I love that movie. That movie is
him getting whipped in the
one tier.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the Denzel one tier.
They let you know he was serious. He could really act.
Yeah.
Because I can't cry on cue.
It was good stuff, man. Well, I mean, that movie was just riddled with good people. You had Carrie Elwes. You know, you had
Morgan Freeman.
You had Morgan Freeman as well.
What's his name?
You had Matthew Broderick.
There's a lot of guys. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of people in that movie that I've seen in other movies that I can never remember their names.
Yep. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
is what I called him. You know that dude?
Yeah, that dude that did that one thing in that other movie. That dude. Yeah.
You know that guy.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of those in Hollywood.
a lot of that guy. You know, my wife aspires to be that guy. You know?
The chick that was in
just
the
that
one
dude
movie
that's in like that's just like in the background of everything. You know, like it has like 4 or 5 lines.
That guy always has a job.
Yeah, exactly. That guy's in everything. Yes, he is. He is in everything. So yeah, it's interesting though. But I would definitely say I'm with Fresh's assessment that 2016 was definitely a year full of reboots. It was a year full of some lazy Hollywood writing that just led to a lot of movies that were kind of like, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm, yes. You know, like I wasn't a huge fan of Ghostbusters.
I like
Ghostbusters. It wasn't because I was expecting anything, but it was really more like, I don't know. I thought it just moved awkwardly for me. It moved way too fast.
I think me and Confucius said this on the show when we talked about it. We didn't really do an official review for it.
Yeah.
And I know we said it after we saw it. They really relied too much on the CGI. And I think that's what really kind of made it a downer for me. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. The same with Suicide Squad. I enjoyed Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad caught a lot of flack, but I still enjoyed it. I'm not going to go pay to go see it again, but I will be.
Yeah. Like I own it. I've watched it a few times. I don't mind having it on in the background and stuff. I had kind of I had kind of an issue with it, mainly because my wife didn't really get it, and I was like, well, that's because you aren't a comic book reader and you don't know these villains.
Right.
Like, you aren't aware of their backstories. You aren't aware of why this was happening. And it was another one of those instances like Confucius was talking about where you're just trying to cram so many characters into a story. Like, one dude was literally there just interchangeably so they could kill him. Like, you know?
Captain Boomerang.
Yeah. And it was... Yeah. You know, not him, the Whiplash.
Yeah,
the Native American character.
Yeah, Captain Boomerang actually had a purpose.
That's right. I mean, Whiplash.
Yeah.
Whiplash was just there
just to die.
Yeah. It was like, hey, here's this dude. He can climb anything. Da 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 da.
Boom. He's gonna show that.
Like, what the hell, man?
Like that was an issue. That was one issue, and then like Killer Croc had no purpose. He served no purpose whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Until like at the end when he had to dive under the water. And then even that was like menial. Yeah. And it was just like, if you're going to do Killer Croc, then do Killer Croc. And the way he looked was just shitty.
Yeah.
To me, he just looked like a pile of turds put together and mashed together and walked and talked.
Yeah.
It just... it had its issues, but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So, like, yeah, I didn't expect El Diablo to have the impact that he had, but I didn't mind it, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was an all right storyline.
And the Flash didn't need to be in there, him or Batman.
No.
That made no sense.
No.
Flash could have stopped it all in 15 seconds.
He can stop a lot of things in 15 seconds at less, but, whatever. Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Well, on that note, everybody, let's start wrapping this up. Please make sure to tune in this upcoming Saturday night in Austin, Texas. You can also tune in on KUTX.org. Tell everybody what 11 to 1 a.m. 98.9.
January 7th on KUTX 98.9 FM. 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. and tune in to myself and Confucius Jones on The Breaks, Austin's premier hip-hop and R&B show.
And on that note, everybody, please make sure to stop on by and get the new free Dudes and Beer app on iTunes and Google Play. If you can't be good, everybody, be good at it.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Dudes and Beer Podcast. To listen to our live audio streams, tune in at dudesandbeer.com or Spreaker.com/dudesandbeer. You can find our episodes on SoundCloud.com as well as the Google Play and iTunes market. You can also find us on YouTube, Stitcher, and your favorite podcast service. Dudes and Beer is a proud member of the Revolution Digital Group family of podcasts. Thanks for listening, everybody, and until next time, drink responsibly.
Shout out to Eric Vargas bringing up the last dragon there in the conversation.